Here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Thursday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. Swain, I have a scoreboard up and ready to go. We have more basketball all day long.
Oh, I'm ready, man. 58 minutes until tip-off. Oklahoma wants to play more basketball.
How about the Sooners?
Good for them. Good for them.
That was a nice win. How about Texas?
How about Texas? Yeah, man.
Where was that the last couple of months, last 6 to 8 weeks for sure?
Well,
where was it?
Hey, when you were younger and your parents threatened to whoop your butt unless you clean your room, that's when your room got cleaned. When your parents threatened to take something away from you, that's when you had a sense of urgency to do it. Sometimes you need to be threatened with losing your job or not playing in a tournament for you to play a little bit better, and that's what happened with Texas.
Okay. I'm going to take note. I might have a message from my 7-year-old a little later.
Hey, Texas out here playing like a 1 seed, trying to get into the tournament.
My goodness. They went to Nashville and took it to Vanderbilt yesterday.
Hey, surprised me.
So Texas today will play a familiar foe. It's Texas versus Texas A&M in the second game of the day in the SEC tournament. The winner of that game will play Tennessee tomorrow in the 3:30 to 4 o'clock time frame.
Those two schools hate each other in basketball like they do in football? Because, like, when Texas and A&M stopped playing in football, there was a big deal, and, oh, you scared, oh, you scared, no, you don't want to play us, yeah, we want to play you, but we can't because we're in the SEC, and all that stuff. But that was for football.
Right.
Nothing was really mentioned with basketball, so I wonder, do they have that same type of feeling for each other in hoops?
Yeah, I doubt that it's the same, but I think in general, and this is from the outside looking in, I find that Texas people and Texas A&M people really just despise each other in general.
I got a buddy in
It can
Texas.
be a football, a basketball. I'm guessing the baseball rivalry is going to be pretty heated after Texas came and took A&M's coach.
Yeah, probably more than basketball. I got a buddy in Texas who's a big-time Texas fan.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
I would think it's anything, any kind of competition. You have a rival coffee shop, hateful. So a bunch of spite stores are probably popping up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Texas versus Texas A&M.
We'll see. We'll see today then.
That we will.
Yeah, we'll see today how they really feel about each other.
And then Oklahoma, as they keep playing, so they're in. They're in the NCAA tournament, I think, at this point. Now it's about trying to move up. So they can they can go horns down all over after beating Georgia.
Fears.
That's a big horns down win for OU beating Georgia.
Woo. Fears was he was on one, showing why he is an NBA prospect.
Yeah, he is a really good player. They'll play the final game of the day tonight against Kentucky. It's going to be a late one over there in Nashville, so it's an all-day affair again in Nashville, day 2 of the SEC tournament. Other games are underway. Love a good 11:30 tip-off on a Wednesday, Thursday. I'm talking a.m., not p.m. They're already at the half. Akron leading Bowling Green 42-30. Duquesne leads St. Bonaventure, 3.5 to go in the first half.
Josh.
Jason?
What in the heck was Coach Cal doing yesterday? And what in the heck was he talking about after the game?
I don't know.
About what he was doing.
I don't know.
Like, we watched it live, and John L. Davis is at the free throw line. Up 3. He made his first free throw. He's 83% from the free throw line on the season. He missed 1 already, which made him 4 for 5. I was like, well, he's probably going to make the next 2 because it's going to line up with his average. He makes the first one, and I'm like, hey, you make the second one, it's a wrap.
The game is over.
0% chance. A 0% chance, maybe like 0.1 if you decide to be stupid and foul a player that inbounds the ball and shoots an 80-foot three-point heave, and you foul him and he makes it and he ties it, and then you go to overtime and lose. But, like, the chances of losing, making your free throw, are extremely lower than if you miss it on purpose. You're up by 3, and then allow South Carolina to get the rebound and then make the heave. They could tie it and then go to overtime. And I'm like, wait, that was the call? That was a play call that was sitting there from the sideline from John Calipari? What are we doing?
I couldn't believe it when John Calipari said after the game that was his instruction.
Oh, my God.
I thought Davis was confused. I thought maybe he was of the opinion they were up 4 instead of 3, that he wasn't paying attention to the score and thought they were already up by 4. But, no, that was the coach's choice. So it didn't end up mattering. They ended up escaping.
I think he was trying to protect John L. Davis.
Maybe.
He probably didn't want to throw him under the bus. Because that is the only thing that makes sense. That the player...
He hasn't been afraid of doing that before, though.
Well, sometimes you got to protect. You can't throw your players under the bus all the time. Sometimes you have to fall on the sword for your players.
Maybe.
The only thing that makes sense to me...
Yep.
The only thing that makes sense to me is that Davis didn't know, and he was trying to protect him by saying, sometimes I do silly stuff. Sometimes I do stuff like that.
Either way, they advance. They will take on Ole Miss today. That's the first game of the day. Should be a good one.
I know one thing.
Ole Miss and Arkansas.
Old boy from Ole Miss, what was his name? They gave us the business.
Mm-hmm. Brakefield.
You better play like that today. You better play like that today, man. You better not finish that game today with 7 points. I better see the same Brakefield that was giving us the business a couple days ago. Don't disappear, Brakefield.
Are these still JV games today, or is this varsity?
Oh, it's varsity now.
Okay.
You saw the crowd last night? They're starting to fill in a little bit more.
Yeah. Thursday weekends here.
Yeah. It's varsity time now. Yeah. Concession stands starting to open up a little bit. The JV game, you really don't have concession stands. You really don't open up the full menu. And they got some tater chips and some peanut butter crackers, a couple waters, maybe some Gatorade, stuff like that. But when the varsity, you got to bring out the crock pot. You got to bring out the barbecue. You got to bring out all the good hot dogs and the fixins in the concession stands when it's varsity time. So, yeah, it's varsity. Yeah, it's varsity.
The fixins for the hot dog, of course, would just be air. You got the bun, you got the dog.
Normal people like to put, onions and relish and mustard on there, stuff like that. They can fix it up.
Okay.
Children eat theirs normal.
Well, I enjoy to be young at heart.
And they should be at school during that SEC tournament. Anyways.
That part is true. We'll get you ready for Tennessee versus a Texas school tomorrow. It will be Texas or Texas A&M in the third day of SEC tournament play. Matthew, always appreciate Matthew's texts. He is a Texas fan here in Knoxville and said, yes, hate them in every sport.
All right.
So it's on today, Texas and Texas A&M. Texas trying to keep its NCAA tournament hopes alive. Texas A&M trying to strengthen its position in the NCAA tournament. And, hey, win today, take on Tennessee tomorrow. They will have hopes of going on a run and trying to win the SEC tournament title. Tennessee will try to avoid having happen what last year's result was.
Well, that'll be something, man, if Texas A&M beats Texas, and that game is a game that blocks Texas from going to the NCAA tournament. You won against Vanderbilt. That was good, but you need more to get over the hump, and A&M stops them from doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure A&M here would love to keep Texas from getting to the NCAA tournament. If they can say, hey, Texas, nice win yesterday, have a nice time in the NIT tomorrow, I'm sure that'll be part of the message,
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great if they're able to do that. That's what rivalry is all about.
Shannon says Josh seems like a ketchup only on his hot dogs guy.
No,
not even.
Josh is nothing on this hot dog type of guy.
Dog and bun. Is a hot dog a sandwich conversation? I am of the belief that a hot dog is a taco. But on my tacos, I do enjoy a little cheese, some lettuce.
That makes all the sense in the world. Hot dogs are definitely a sandwich.
Okay. 865-656-9900. Is it a hoagie? We'll continue the conversation.
Hoagie is a sandwich.
We'll continue the conversation. Basketball all day. We'll have plenty of Tennessee football to talk about. You'll hear from Nico during the show this afternoon. You can talk to former Tennessee wide receiver, VFL, Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. Could be Tennessee receiver. We're putting together a free Swain movement. One more year of eligibility.
No, I'm good, man.
I'm taking it to the house.
I don't want to be free.
Forget the courts. We're going to the house.
I don't want to be free. Lock me up. I'm done. I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
That's what the corners are saying they're going to do if you come back and play.
Well,
prove them wrong.
I don't I never admit that. But, they might be right.
Now, if you do come back and play one more season, to a discussion we had yesterday, you catch the football, you looking for the yak or you going to the ground?
I'm going to the ground like Lockett, your future receiver, Tyler Lockett with the Seahawks. He never tried to get yak. Catch, fall down.
Come on, man. We got room for you. We're putting the Seattle band back together. We will come back here on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, we'll have some fun this afternoon between now and 3 o'clock here on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal, always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about what's going on at Ted Russell Ford. Right now, you can save. You can save big with what they have available. Many different options for you to choose from as they have been celebrating Truck Month this month from Ford. It's the #1 volume Ford dealer for you right here in East Tennessee at Ted Russell Ford on Parkside Drive and on Kingston Pike. And they've started up the St. Patrick's Day weekend sale. You can take advantage right now. They're slashing prices. You can save thousands this weekend on a new Ford car, truck, SUV. If you're looking for an SUV, thinking about summer travel plans, how about a large family SUV that can't be beaten? Check out the Ford Expedition or the Ford Explorer, the Edge. They have great options to fit what you're looking for. And they have a mission to clear 50 new Fords by Monday. So you can take advantage with the St. Patrick's Day weekend sale right now at Ted Russell Ford. Right now, you can visit the website, tedrussellford.net, and see all the different options they have available. You can call, have them bring a vehicle to you to set up a test drive, or stop on by. Parkside Drive, Kingston Pike at Ted Russell Ford.
This has been a paid announcement.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Need a home loan to buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams, but not sure what loan option is right for you? Alcoa 10 can help. Their lending team can assist you in finding the solution that best fits your needs. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
This is Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. How can I help you?
I'm having some issues with my drains.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What seems to be the problem?
It's making this kind of a sound.
No worries. We can help you with that. If your drains are making strange sounds or giving off foul odors, then you may have a blockage or issue with your sewer line. Pipe Wrench can get your pipes flowing again in no time with our $99 drain clearing special. And if we can't open your drain, the visit is free. You also get a free camera inspection of your sewer line to help us easily pinpoint the source of the clog and provide the best and most affordable solution. When we identify the problem, we provide the best option ranging from drain cabling, hydrojetting, spot repair, or even new sewer line replacement replacements if needed. Don't ignore signs of a clogged drain or sewer line before it turns into a costly problem. Call the plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench today at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Look at the multi-screen on in the background today. It's a multi-screen time.
Oh, 100%, man. This is why the function was created for March Madness.
Yep. Midday college basketball.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Oh, David Stoudemire. I forgot he was the coach at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, they're up early against Duke, 13-8.
Josh. Key word, early.
Yeah. That's why I said it now, because I probably won't be able to say it later.
North Carolina was up early, too, a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm. And then not.
And then they was not.
St. John's up big early, and that will probably continue. St. John's leading 12-3 against Butler. There is real Final Four talk with St. John's basketball team led by Rick Pitino. St. John's number 6 team in the country.
They're good.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're real good. Tough, athletic, play great defense. Got some dudes that can drive the ball to the basket. Nice mid-range game. Not the best deep shooting team in terms of three-point percentage and efficiency, but man, they go get buckets, and they tough as nails, and they can stop you from getting buckets.
Yep. Indiana leads Oregon 17-9 in Big Ten tournament play. So basketball all day long. Ole Miss and Arkansas will play at 1 o'clock. Arkansas survived after building a huge lead, giving up almost all of it yesterday, survived against South Carolina. We'll take on Ole Miss today in the first game of the SEC tournament. Tennessee is over in Nashville practicing, I believe, right now, getting ready for tomorrow's game. Shoot around a little practice activity.
You know the person that, like, falls on the ground on accident, but they get up and they're like, oh, yeah, I totally meant to do that. I was just doing it on purpose, to see if you were paying attention, see if you would help me if I were to fall, on accident.
Right.
But I was just testing you. That was Coach Cal yesterday with his comments after the game. But we'll see, man. Arkansas has played well over the last couple of SEC games. They finished strong, and this is what Coach Cal's teams have done, even when he was the coach at Kentucky. They may start off bumpy, but they improve. They wind up losing early in the tournament, but, they do improve in the regular season, and that's what's happened this year with Arkansas.
So I love this time of year. I love basketball in March, college basketball, the conference tournaments, obviously the NCAA tournament. It can be a maddening sport to watch at times as well. Some of the decisions, some of the errors that are made, and that's part of the sport. That's part of the madness is mistakes that are made, and some of that was on display in that game yesterday.
Well, it's the pressure, man. Pressure either makes diamonds or it busts pipes, and the coaching decisions that are made during pressure either hurts or helps the team, and then the pressure that affects the players when time is winding down and they maybe not know the situation, they decide to foul, or taking a shot too early when the shot clock or the play clock is running down, and it gives the other team opportunity to hit a game winner. That happened in the Maryland-Michigan State game. So, I think it all kind of centers around the pressure, man. Who's able to step up to the pressure and deliver, and who is unable to do that.
I watched College of Charleston last night trying to win their conference tournament, and it's a 2-point game, 10, 15 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Gentleman steps to the free throw line. He's about an 88% free throw shooter.
Oh, yeah. Lemon booty time.
0 for 2.
Yeah,
and
man.
the look on his face, you feel for him.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
That's the worst, man, because you get those good free throw shooters, and they short on that free throw because they're a little nervous. And it opens the door, keeps the door open for the opposing team, and they win the game and shut the door on you.
Yep. So, seeing that highlight, not necessarily a highlight, just the clip of Chris Lofton. Cool as it gets. Step to the free throw line, finish off the game against Memphis. Tennessee was number 1 for a few days.
Yeah.
But that's one of the biggest wins in Tennessee basketball history.
It happened.
You want Lofton at the free throw line.
It happened, didn't it?
It did.
And Memphis didn't win, did they?
They did not.
So that's all that matters.
They did not.
It sucked losing to Vanderbilt, but it felt good beating Memphis because Memphis is considered the basketball capital of Tennessee, the state of Tennessee.
By the way, not to take too much issue because it's great that he did it, but Kevin Stallings, he was a part of the doc as well, and he said, tough turnaround. He's right. That was a really tough spot, but he said to play a team that was as good as Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean it was
they were that night, and they won the game. They weren't as good as Tennessee.
It was actually surprising seeing him not cuss people out. I think that's the first time I heard him talk. Without cussing somebody out.
No, but that was part of the statement about Chris, that you could get other people to say, yeah, I'll come in. And look, he's in a winning situation there, Vanderbilt. But Tubby Smith being a part of that's stand up right there.
You know, I'm a big Tubby Smith fan.
He was a fan of yours. That's why. He's coming to get you.
That's my guy right there.
Almost played basketball at Kentucky.
Yeah, well, I would say all that. But he made me want to play basketball at Kentucky.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's got a title. He's a legendary coach.
Yeah, for
Tubby
sure.
Smith
man.
is. Yep.
Love me some Tubby Smith.
So we're following hoops today, and we'll get to some football talk as well, because a lot of discussion about what the offense will be able to do, how the offense can improve from 2024 to the 2025 season, what kind of step Nico can take, how much improvement the young receivers can show, a new-look offensive line. That was highlighted by some of what Andy Staples wrote for On3 today, is because it was written for the nation to read from a national perspective. He said, you may not know this, but here's a wild stat. I'm paraphrasing. They've never had a high school signee start, but that's going to change. David Sanders Jr. expected. The center position is expected to be a former high school signee with this offensive line. So it'll be a new-look group in terms of personnel. Will the offense look new and improved in 2025? That's a lot of the spring talk with Tennessee right now.
That's the plan. That's the plan. The plan is to improve. Obviously, we've seen the offense work and be successful. It hasn't been successful as it needed to be in the last 2 seasons, and it's time to make some adjustments. It's time to self-evaluate and do some things differently and grow and adjust. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that it's broken. It doesn't mean that you don't have a good thing going. But everybody with 2 eyeballs, even people with 1 eyeball and people that didn't have any, at least heard the game and saw that the offense and heard that the offense wasn't as good as it needed to be for Tennessee to go as far as they wanted to go. So that's what we need to do. Offensive line needs to improve and get better. And it's not like one position or one player. Like every phase needs to be better. Like Dylan Sampson was great, but he was one player. So the group from 1 to 3 needs to be better than it was last year. So you always trying to get better, and that needs to be the focus. And there's no reason to shy away from that. Embrace it and go to work every single day with that on your mind.
Nico looking to be an even better leader from 2024 to 2025 as he has a full year as a starter behind him. You'll hear Nico talk about that coming up. You can talk to us. Call or text at 865-656-9900 as the Tennessee football conversation continues. We'll continue to check in on basketball around the country as we are 35 minutes away from Arkansas and Ole Miss tipping off in the first game of the day in the second round of the SEC tournament. We'll continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
The
great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
NBA games tonight at 7 o'clock. The Pistons host the Wizards. The Lakers visit the Bucks at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the Bulls host the Nets. The Magic visit the Pelicans. And the Warriors host the Kings at 10 o'clock. NHL tonight, 7 o'clock. Maple Leafs host the Panthers. Bruins visit the Senators. Flyers host the Lightning. Blues take on the Penguins. Blue Jackets host the Golden Knights. Devils host the Oilers at 7:30. 8 o'clock, Rangers visit the Wild. And at 10:30, Kings host the Capitals. Blackhawks visit the Sharks. For the first time in his career, NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers is officially a free agent. The highly anticipated move by the New York Jets to cut the longtime quarterback happened officially yesterday at about 4 o'clock. Rodgers is now permitted to sign with any team. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing, great local company that we have relied on at my home, and I have happily recommended Wilson Brothers Plumbing to friends and family, and happily tell you about Wilson Brothers here during the show because of the great experience that we have had. We had a plumbing issue. We ran into an issue with an underground leak. We knew we had a problem. Wilson Brothers helped identify what the problem was. They helped provide a solution, and then they made sure that they did the work correctly to provide it. Wilson Brothers Plumbing can help you if you are planning a project at your home. They have a great team of people that can help. They collaborate. They are committed to providing excellence in every job that they do, and they'll do that for you. So if you run into a problem, if you're planning a project, if you run into a problem, it's somewhat unexpected, right? You need to call somebody that you can trust. That's Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Call 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Here's another great reason to call Instaglass.
Okay, check this out. Ready? Ready? Here goes.
You got nothing.
He dribbles left, then backs in.
No, you got nothing.
Look out! He steps out.
Bring it.
Crosses over, drives right. He shoots.
No!
Oh, score!
Oh, man. Wow, that was impressive. You better call Instaglass.
Instaglass can replace and fix glass instantly. In fact, they replace glass faster than anyone else in the business. Call Instaglass to fix windows and doors the same day. They can also fix moisture in your glass or fogged windows by repairing seal failures fast. So call Instaglass today at 865-567-4555 for the fastest, most reliable same-day glass fix. Call 567-4555. That's 567-4555 or visit Instaglass.com. INSTIGLASS.com. Fixing glass instantly.
In today's world, everything seems to be getting more expensive. But what if you could make an investment that pays you back both in your health as well as your wallet? At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, Dr. Terry Bragg uses over 40 years of research and technology to create a weight loss journey specifically for you. No exercise, just eating real food and saving money on groceries in the process. This isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term investment in yourself, one that will leave you feeling better, living better, and saving more. Visit BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start investing in you today.
Join the Eric H. Show with Brian Rice this Friday from 9 to noon at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. Stop by and meet the guys and see the all-new Kia Tellurides. Only at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville this Friday with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, tile, or plank, or anything else for the floor, Fraser's Carpet One understands color, design, style, and selection. Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton, and at Fraser's, we're proud of our big, stylish, up-to-date showroom with lots of the latest flooring trends on the floor for you to see. From value products to premium brands, Fraser's flooring selection is second to none. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you for free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping and free in-home design consultation. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Fraser's. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more. Fraser's Carpet One.
Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the PBR Knoxville at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, March 15th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. What dealer can give you $5,500 for any old sled you can bring to Ted? That's a clue. Ted Russell Nissan, that's who. And we're also the only dealer where you can buy 4 brand new tires for the price of 2. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
It's a mostly cloudy Thursday afternoon for us with isolated raindrops and a few sprinkles as we head into the overnight hours, a high of 72, down to 47 for Friday morning. Friday, a high of 79 with isolated raindrops, down to 62 for Saturday. Saturday, strong storms around at times, a high near 70. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on social media at Josh and Swain on YouTube. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. You can chat with us there as we continue the conversation from the end of last segment, Tennessee football 2025. We've talked about young players, how they will develop. That'll be a big part of the discussion over the next 5 to 6 months. Part of it is Nico's development as well, both as a player and a leader, and that's something he talked about with the media yesterday, Swain. Here's Nico Iamaleava. He answered a few questions, actually, about leadership and being vocal, being louder, because he took that on last year, but doing more of it this year. Here's more of Nico talking about being a leader this year and that role with some veterans that have moved on.
Yeah, sure. I think last year was really, for me, the time to go. Me just taking that starting role. Me being loud last year, I think I obviously had a lot of support with, the vets and Coop and those guys. But, this year has been a challenge for me to take that next big step. I got some help from, guys like Miles, Ethan Davis, and, our whole leadership council, I think, just have helped me with that.
So that was Nico Iamaleava yesterday, and it's a lot of veteran experience that has moved on, from Cooper Mays to Javonte Spraggins. Brew McCoy was a guy that would be counted on as a leader that's no longer there. It's a young group. Now, somebody coming in as a newcomer, Sam Pendleton, Wendell Moy, who has a lot of experience, but they're new to Tennessee. Nico's not new anymore. He's entering his third full season as a player, second full season as a starter at Tennessee, and he's aware. I'm sure it's been stressed on him. Hey, a lot of young guys, a lot of young players at receiver. Behind you in the backfield, you're going to have to take charge even more.
I mean, you got a quarterback that's in his third year in the program. You got to be a leader. I mean, whether it's vocal or by example, it's preferred that it's both. And Nico trying to be respectful. This is what happens when you are a young player. That you want to be respectful of the older guys and those leaders on the team currently. And it's really good when you have older players pass that baton to you and encourage you. Hey man, like we need you to go ahead and lead, man. You have our blessing. Go ahead, man. Step up. This is your team, man. We're giving it to you. And Nico has that personality where even when we follow his recruitment, I know I felt like, oh, this dude got leadership qualities because he's someone you want to follow. He was able to get the attention of recruits, and recruits wanted to play with him because of his personality. So Nico allowed the vets and the leaders to be leaders last year, and was respectful, just focused on going out doing his job and, not trying to rub people the wrong way. You got to understand, too, he's not said this, but I can only imagine, we all know how much you're making. Your teammates know how much you're making. And so you kind of careful about how you move, man, and make sure you say the right things and do the right things because everybody knows how much you're making. But Nico, he's gained weight, so that tells you he's put in that work in the weight room. And when you are a quarterback, you typically have a different workout sometimes than everybody else in the weight room. But when you go in the weight room and you do everything that everybody else is doing, you're doing the squats, you're doing the power cleans, you're part of, the personal best day, and you're hyping up your teammates to hit those personal records. Like, that stuff goes a long way with the quarterback.
Nico said last season he played at about 215 pounds. He's up to 220 with the goal of getting to 225 to 230 by the start of this upcoming season.
Yeah. He needed to gain some weight for sure. And that was a question when he first came in as a young player, was how he was going to handle taking hits. Well, because of his toughness, and that's a mental thing, he was able to take hits. We saw him get up. This first start in the ball game, we were like, those are good runs, and he scored a couple touchdowns. It was good, but, man, he's taking some brutal hits. Can he do that for the entirety of a season, coming up? And that was the conversation before last season, and he was able to make it out. I mean, he had a situation where there was a concussion, didn't know he would play, but concussions can happen to guys who are the strongest dudes on the field. That's a brain injury. And so gaining that weight will only help him be able to take more hits, maybe deliver hits in the future. So it's a good thing, man. But him showing gains in the weight room tells me that he's done a really good job with his teammates, and that helps with your ability to lead, man. People listen to you, people follow you because they know that you're doing the same work that they're doing. And everybody already knows quarterbacks get special treatment with now how much you're getting paid, the attention you get, modified workouts. But the more you can do that everybody else is doing, it goes a long way.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago, the podcast, the show that Urban Meyer's a part of, they were doing some national championship favorite picks and then dark horse. Urban's pick was Tennessee as a dark horse to win the national title, and a big reason why was the belief he still has in Nico with what he had seen previously, with what his skill set is, and belief that he can build on this past year.
That's why my confidence in Nico has never wavered all season long. Folks put him in this box not realizing that he was a freshman. And Nico had a better freshman year than a lot of greats that have played college football in this conference and at this school. And sometimes we need to kind of stop and remember that. Like, that was his first year starting. Wasn't that bad. It's pretty dang good. So I look forward to him having a huge jump this season.
So optimism there with Nico and his offseason development, both physically and in the leadership department. Later in the show, you will hear Sam Pendleton, one of the offensive linemen projected to start, could help at guard or center. So we'll talk about his role, but his approach on the field. We'll talk about a lot of different things with Tennessee football, Tennessee basketball getting ready for a game tomorrow afternoon against the winner of Texas and Texas A&M. And in 20 minutes, Ole Miss and Arkansas will tip off in the SEC tournament. You can join us. Call or text at 865-656-9900 as we continue on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports. Only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Hey, this is Heather Harrington for my favorite jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers, located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. My man TK has been in business for decades, and he knows what jewelry is going to stand the test of time. He doesn't get caught up in all the trends. He knows that gold and diamonds, they just can't be beat. And he's got a huge selection of bridal and non-bridal diamond jewelry, because why do you have to wait till you're married to wear diamonds? You don't at TK Wheeler Jewelers. Everything from diamond pendant necklaces where the diamond's just floating around and sparkling in the center of your chest, or a beautiful diamond tennis bracelet that catches the sun every time you move your arm, or one of my dream pieces at TK Wheeler Jewelers, the inside-outside diamond hoop earrings where, you guessed it, the diamonds are inside and out. Oh, they are just stunning. Celebrate life's biggest moments with a beautiful piece of jewelry from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a big announcement. Swung on and hit into deep left field. Back to the wall. It's gone.
Lady Ball softball is underway at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium.
Walk off. Home run.
Cheer on the Lady Balls as they take on SEC opponents Arkansas, Mississippi State, Auburn, Texas A&M, and more on Rocky Top. Better hurry. Tickets are going fast. We'll see you at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium for Lady Ball softball. View the schedule and get your tickets at allballs.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pegol is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Estella's Farm.
Knoxville, the days are warming up, but why wait for summer? Jumpstart your sunshine season with a non-stop flight to Sarasota, Florida. In just a couple of hours, you'll be soaking up the sun, dipping your toes in the water, and feeling that warm ocean breeze. The perfect getaway is closer than ever here at McGee-Tyson Airport. For more information on flight schedule and tickets, visit flyknoxville.com.
Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Beatty Chevrolet has over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. Over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. And you can save time when you shop online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Once you say yes, the process is easy and Beatty's team will get you in and out in an hour or less. And as always, buy with confidence with the Beatty warranty for life. Beatty Chevrolet on Parkside Drive. Online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Beatty Chevrolet, locally owned and operated for over 90 years.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
With conference championships around the corner, now's the time to register for the Dos Million Bracket Challenge. Sign up at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com, then fill out your bracket before the tournament tips off March 20th. Enter for the chance to win $2 million in more epic prizes, including a $50 gift card to the top bracket from every lodge.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Let's take Clemson laying 6.5 points today against SMU. Clemson is quietly one of the best teams in the country. Ken Palm has them as a top 25 offense and defense. And the Tigers have been fantastic as favorites this year, going 23-3 straight up. Meanwhile, SMU just 1-5 as underdogs this year. Take Clemson laying the points. Bet smarter and beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. Jason Swain's here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. So, development, we'll see what happens here. Not as much with the game or the result, but Georgia Tech leads Duke right now, 29-19.
That's the development?
No. That's not the development. Nobody's going to care about that. I mean, we'll see what happens with the game, but I think Duke probably wins either way. Now 29-21. Cooper Flagg is on the bench dealing with an ankle injury.
That's the development?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not a Final Four team if they don't have Cooper Flagg.
No, I thought the development was that Ron Slade tweeted a picture of his outfit today.
Ron looks good.
That's the development I thought we were talking about.
No, he's ready to go.
That's what we're talking about?
Ron is in the stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Well, he didn't tweet one yesterday.
I don't think he did.
Because it was JV day.
It was.
See, Ron didn't even know. He backed up my theory yesterday.
You know what? He actually did. Maybe we just missed it.
He did tweet it yesterday?
Yeah, there it is. That was yesterday.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, early game today. Ready to get it going. No, you're right. That's from a few days ago.
No,
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He's going orange. No, is it pink?
Yesterday it was green.
Pink.
Yesterday was a green look. He had some green in his outfit.
Yeah,
yesterday.
you're right.
Blue suit, brown shoes, green in his tie.
Pink tie today.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good.
First time tweeting out a photo from the SC tournament in a suit because it's varsity day.
Okay.
But yeah, Cooper Flagg's ankle is important too. It don't look good either. He's done for the game probably. If they're smart.
Yeah, they should be able to come back and win. Either way, he's not walking on his own back to the locker room.
There's no reason
he's being helped back.
There's no reason for him to come back into the game.
Yeah, he landed awkwardly. He came down with that rebound, right? But, so it's 31-26. Duke is charging back. They missed their first 13 three-pointers. They were 0 for 13. So, dreadful start for Duke. But the bigger story is Cooper Flagg injured against Georgia Tech.
They're only down 5 now, Josh.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll win the game. But if this is a serious injury for Cooper.
You okay with Tennessee being in the 2 seed?
Tennessee fans should say bring on the East.
East?
Bring on the East.
Are you thinking more about Cooper's health and well-being, or are you thinking about Tennessee's chances? Because I can go either way here. I can go either way here, man. You know how I am about my Vols.
I do know how you are.
Whatever's good for the Vols, baby. No, you hate that for him, but he'll be okay. He got a long basketball career. But I won't mind that 2 seed in the East if Cooper Flagg is unable to play in the tournament. You certainly want to see him play the tournament. Ron Slade made a really good point yesterday about Texas needing to be in the tournament because they have an NBA prospect, their freshman stud that should be a lottery pick. Ron was like, hey, America needs to see this young man in the tournament.
Trey Johnson was terrific against Tennessee.
Absolutely.
That's another thing. As good as he was, I don't know how they were as bad as they were. How do you have a freshman come in and exceed expectations like that?
Because everybody else stunk, Josh. That's simple.
Well, yeah.
He can't score all the points. He scored a lot of them. But he can't do all of it. Yeah. So that's settled. His teammates stunk. Mm-hmm. It's real simple, Josh. So you obviously want to see Cooper Flagg play on that stage. You know, Carmelo Anthony. Remember when he was a freshman? He played on that stage in 2003. Last year with our guy Dalton Connect, what he did on that stage, so great that it caught the eye of LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And LeBron talked about watching Cooper Flagg, watching Dalton Connect in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
So you want to see good players play in the tournament. You certainly do. So hopefully he's okay for the NBA draft.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg, he is the unquestioned number one pick in the draft. He was the only – was he the only pro? I think he was the only non-pro on the Team USA Select. Were there other college guys? But he was playing with pros for Team USA Select against the Olympic team.
Yes.
In their preparation.
Yes.
And he stood out in those games. This is the level player he is. He didn't just play with them. He was a difference maker for Team USA Select alongside NBA guys. So if Duke does not have him, Duke's not competing for the national title.
He'll be fine, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
You can't play basketball and not have an ankle injury. Like, every basketball player has had an ankle injury or 5 in their lifetime or their career. We saw John Broome come back earlier than expected. He's pretty good when he came back.
He wasn't 100%.
He was pretty good when he came back, wouldn't you say? We saw that, but even if he's not 100%, when he
what did
comes
he
back,
miss? 2 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it should have been 3. I mean, obviously they don't care enough about their players down there at Auburn. They let him come back too early. Too early. He shouldn't have played against us.
Duke's Elite 8 game is either 16 or 17 days away.
Yeah, so I mean, he has plenty of time to rest, and he'll be fine and go back out there.
Okay. I hope so. I want to see him in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, me too, man.
But if he is your opponent,
you want to see him versus Tennessee?
If he's your opponent, then you want him to take care of himself for that long career. You don't want to sustain further injury.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see him be healthy. His Chicago Bulls debut.
Don't tease me like that.
He may come back to school if he has to go to the
Will you?
Bulls.
I have
no,
enjoyed
thank you. Give me
the talk
another
that
year.
Cooper Flagg could come back to Duke for another year to avoid playing for the Hornets, and the Hornets fans' response is, "You don't think we can do this again next year? We can do this all day long, baby."
Joke's on you, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah,
we're gonna stink next year.
We'll be primed and ready for you next year too. Come on when you're ready. So something to pay attention to there. Cooper Flagg out with an ankle injury in Duke's game against Georgia Tech. This is also going to cause other fans to say, okay, shifted my opinion, rest everybody for your conference tournament. Because nobody wants to see that happen. I mean, they're playing Georgia Tech.
I mean,
today.
that play could happen in any game.
That's true.
And it wasn't like he
that's true.
hurt it in traffic.
But we're now up against it. Next week is the NCAA tournament.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, he landed on, I guess, a teammate's foot coming down with the rebound.
It was a Georgia Tech player.
Georgia Tech, okay.
And there was no one else in the lane. It was just him and the Georgia Tech player. And he stepped on his foot, and, I mean, that was it. That could happen in practice.
Sure. Yeah, I know. I also know what people are going to say. We've already been talking about it anyway.
See, basketball football is different. Because, like, it's not – you can get hurt doing the same things in practice as in the game in basketball.
Right.
In football, hey, if we just don't thud or if we don't hit, we can increase your chances of staying healthy. Now, you still can have a non-contact injury.
Right.
Roll your ankle or, tear your
ACL
ACL.
tear,
You can still do that in football, but it's just different. So what you're saying is Chazanier shouldn't play?
I didn't say that.
It sounds like you're trying to say that.
I don't know if he should play as much.
He's Tennessee's best player, right?
Chaz?
Yeah. He's Tennessee's best player. I don't even know why I'm asking you.
I guess it depends on who you ask.
I don't know why I'm asking you. I don't even know why I asked, period, because that's not a question. He is Tennessee's best player.
It's not Sakai?
Chazanier is Tennessee's best player. You know that, right?
I know the coaches voted Sakai first team, Chaz second team, all SEC.
What the scouts saying?
Well, the NBA.
Yeah, the highest level of basketball on the planet.
I get it. There's a height thing that you might be aware of. Okay. We'll come back. We're going to talk to Alan Bell, and then after that we'll get to why Swain doesn't like Zakai Ziegler. So we have that discussion to cover. The new development on the show. We'll also monitor. Cooper Flagg's not coming back to play in this game, I wouldn't expect. But we'll monitor to see what is said as they're at halftime. Georgia Tech leading Duke 31-26, and Cooper Flagg exited during the first half. with an ankle injury, helped back to the locker room, unable to put weight on that left leg.
That means if Cooper Flagg's not on that team, is that team really a number 1 seed?
Some will ask.
Taking the college football playoff route, huh?
Who have they played?
It should be Tennessee number 1 in that spot there.
All right, there it is. We'll come back. 2 hours to go. Lot to discuss on Josh and Swain.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I've been doing this show for decades and decades and decades.
With rapid-fire takes.
Learn how to stop it, learn how to run it, or at least make a good argument. I don't even like the play. I've never fought so hard to defend something I don't like.
Scorching debates.
You can beef about anything you want. Why are you pushing me?
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Just so you all know, this is no one-off. This is what we're going to get every single day.
Let's go, Jim!
Let's go!
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Experts at Low T Center have over a decade of experience helping patients, and very important, their treatment plans are optimized for each and every patient. This is important because, gentlemen, if you're not feeling your best, if you're not full of energy, you've been experiencing fatigue, you've also noticed a lack of motivation and drive, weight gain, or a loss of muscle mass, these are signs of low testosterone, and you need to get those levels checked, and Low T Center can help you do that. And when you do that and you need that treatment plan, know that Low T Center has one made just for you. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. So get back to your best. Go to the website for the first step. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement. Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. That means win or lose, every bet you place brings you closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code RADIODYW. Place your first bet of $1 or more for your chance to double your winnings on your next 10 bets. Open to new users in Tennessee who are 21 or older. Max bet of $25 for doubled winnings. Max additional winnings of $2,500 per bet. Profit boost tokens expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
Is your honey-do list out of control? Honey-do this, honey-do that. You're not alone. Just call in reinforcements at the Honey-Do service. With 2 convenient locations, the pros at Honey-Do get to you with free estimates no matter how big or small your list is. From hanging ceiling fans and changing lights to remodeling kitchens, bathrooms, decks, additions, and garages, we do it all. Offering a 1-year warranty, we're your trusted locally owned handyman and general contractor. Book your free estimate now at honeydooservice.com.
We'll get your honey-do list honey done.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Waters Equipment is your Maryville and surrounding area Woods Equipment tractor implement dealer, featuring the original Batwing rotary cutter. Woods Equipment offers products with 10-year gearbox warranties, rotary cutters with easy change blade system with a simple 3/4 wrench. They have Woods rotary cutters, rotary tillers, box blades, grater blades, pallet forks, finish mowers, and more products offered for tractors. Woods Equipment is available at Waters Equipment Company. Call 865-238-9000 or visit watersequipmentco.com.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with the Sports Minute. It's a bad time to be an old receiver in the NFL. Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, they're all out there on the free agent market, and it seems like teams are not excited about it. DeAndre Hopkins signed a modest one-year deal in Baltimore. Ain't kind to any position in the NFL. It really comes after running back and receiver. These are big names, but smart teams judge on the future, not the past. And that's bad news for free agent wide receivers. I'm Andrew Perloff.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/sports. Ethos.com/sports.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Zero Res carpet cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. A lot of college basketball happening right now. Georgia Tech up by 5 on Duke in the text box. Swain's going to ruffle feathers here this afternoon. That's what you like to do.
No, that's not what I like to do.
No, Dustin texted in, though, and said if Hendon Hooker is not a Heisman finalist because of his ACL injury, Duke is not a 1 seed because of Cooper Flagg's injury. We do not know the severity of the injury with Cooper Flagg. I'd be surprised if he plays in the second half, but he walked off without really being able to put pressure on his left foot. Oh, man, he's in a wheelchair. That's not good for him or Duke. So we'll see what it means. And again, we don't have any specific information other than seeing him not be able to walk on his own and be carted off in the back area there for Duke. So major development. Oh, Malik Brown got injured too for Duke. So we say hello to Alan Bell. Driving the Line. Alan is there in Nashville at Driving the Line on YouTube. So the SEC tournament is tipping off right about now. Arkansas and Ole Miss playing day 2. Alan, appreciate the time. I don't know what you've been looking at, but Cooper Flagg suffering what is maybe a serious ankle injury. It looks bad right now. We'll get more information. But what do you think, hearing that number 1 pick in the draft, maybe the best player in the country, he's in that conversation for a team that's in the conversation for a number 1 seed and competing for a title this year?
Yeah. First off, appreciate you guys having me back always.
Yes.
Number 2, dude, that's terrible. Like, I hate to hear any athlete with any injury, right? Like, regardless of status, big, small, whatever, right? Number 3, this is massive. Now, ankles can be, they can swell up really quickly, and then, you get treatment, and it turns out to be not as bad as initially thought. That's what I would think everyone would hope for. If it is significant, that is massive across the country because, don't get me wrong, Duke's a good basketball team, but they're completely different without Cooper Flagg. This would have major implications betting-wise because, Duke is the favorite to win the national championship. This is how large of a difference that it is. Duke is plus 300 to win the national championship basketball. The next one, I believe, is Auburn at like 900. Like, that's a massive difference. So, yeah, keep an eye on that one. That's big news for sure.
If Cooper is unable to play, period, for the rest of the season, like, where would you guess those odds would be without Cooper?
Oh, man. Yeah, good question. You know what? I think that what the books would do is they would drop Duke from 300 to about 800, and then they would move Auburn up. Like, Auburn, Florida, those two, like, they would put them about plus 500 each, right? Like, they're still going to make you kind of make a decision in regards to that, but yeah, like it would massively change things. And there's a lot of people over the last week that have put money in on Duke to win the national championship because the odds were so good, there would be a lot of bettors that would be rather sick to their stomachs.
We're talking to Alan Bell at Driving the Line as we'll continue to monitor that situation. Totally agree. Potentially massive situation there with Cooper Flagg and his ankle injury, what he's dealing with there in the game against Georgia Tech a week out from the NCAA tournament. What do you think about this SEC tournament? Now we hit day 2, and we saw some upsets yesterday in the tournament. What do you think about matchups you see today, and we're a day away from Tennessee playing the winner of Texas A&M?
Yeah. Vanderbilt fans got to enjoy Broadway for about 2 hours. That was about it. And took it on back home down the street. Yeah, it was a big win for Texas. It's fascinating that, we've got good games today, but the gauntlet starts tomorrow, right? Like, I mean, you look at, and you've got Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, and Alabama waiting, right? Like, those are 4 teams that could win the national championship. It's going to be fun to watch, how this tournament plays out starting tomorrow and who their opponents are going to be. Also the interesting point, kind of seeing it here, live is that, for years we remember that Kentucky fans would take over and it would be Kentucky's tournament, right? Like everybody knew it going in. Tennessee would have a run here and there, Florida have a run here and there, but it was Kentucky's tournament. Now you look around, like Tennessee fans are kind of the elder statesmen in regards to it. You know what I mean? Like they're out here in their, in their orange, but it's kind of understood. Like, yeah, you're going to have to go through us. You know what I mean? And it's fascinating to watch. You got some Auburn fans out here. There's a couple Florida fans out here, and a couple Alabama fans. But it's interesting because we all remember the years to where Tennessee was good. Don't get me wrong, but they've been so consistently good that you kind of forget, like, the perspective that it is. You know what I mean? So we'll see what brings ahead tomorrow.
Alan Bell, Driving the Line. Do you have any favorite games that you're playing today inside the SEC or outside with so much action in college basketball right now?
Yeah, it's a great question, right? I'll say anybody that's betting college basketball, try to go money lines and any spreads that are under 4, because what we've seen across all conferences is it's been really tough. Look, I like Ole Miss to get the win today. I like Kentucky to get the win tonight. You could pair those 2 money lines together, for like plus 110. It's nice money. Just be careful, because not only the injury of what we spoke about, in regards to Duke, but these games especially day games, have been going under. We've been seeing a lot of teams that have trouble scoring, and rightfully so, because you're playing at a different arena. It's a road game for both teams. And, Bridgestone Arena being a larger basketball arena than many teams are used to, that the depth perception in regards to shooting, especially the deeper that you go, teams that shoot a lot of threes, it can take a little time, to get adjusted, because you're looking at a bigger arena. And as weird as it sounds, when you play in a small arena, everything's good, fit, makes sense, and, it's a tight, kind of area from you shooting beyond the arc right there to the goal. When you have a big arena, there's a lot of space behind it, so just be careful. Points can be tough to get during day games, and especially early.
Alan, I know the brackets come out on Sunday, but is there a team that is probably being slept on nationally that you think will have a lot of value that we should buy or pay attention to now?
Yeah, Houston, right? And it's weird saying it because they're one of the best teams in the country, but nobody talks about them, man. And they're so good defensively. They're very similar to Tennessee in regards to, a Rick Barnes style of play, that they want to choke you out defensively, and Houston can absolutely do that. But they can shoot threes too, and they can score. Now, the funny thing is that they know that they necessarily don't have to score a whole lot, because you ain't scoring more than 64 points, against Houston. So, yeah, as weird as it sounds for a team that's going to be so high up there in regards to their seed, no one's paying attention to them whatsoever. So, yeah, to answer that question, man, Houston would be that team for me. And if they get a good draw, ooh, buddy, watch out, man.
Alan Bell at Driving the Line. So much focus on basketball. That's most of our focus right now. But SEC baseball play begins, and Tennessee will host Florida. Big series to open up conference play this weekend. What do you think? The Vols are the last unbeaten team in college baseball. Florida just knocked off Florida State a few nights ago. What do you think there with that one in Knoxville this weekend?
Oh, man, it's going to be a war, right? Like, this is what you want, and especially, like, starting off. And the good thing is that it comes so early that – not saying that the series doesn't matter, in the long term, but you just got a full season ahead of you, right? So now it's just a good test to see who you are, right, for both teams. Tennessee, look, they lead the country in home runs with 50, and they lead the country in team ERA at 1.77. How you want to get down, you know what I mean? Friday night is going to be a heck of a pitching matchup between Tennessee and Florida. If you're looking at betting, that could be, the under to go for, in the series. But I'll say this, man. Tennessee is so good at what they do. They just do not beat themselves. They don't commit errors. They play the field well. They pitch well. They draw walks. They hit bombs. They can do it all, man. So really just what you want to see is Tennessee be itself. Like, do they freak out, if they get behind early in a game? Or if they get up big, right? Like, do they just keep pouring it on? Florida's a good baseball team, but they do not have the ceiling that Tennessee does. This is going to be a fun series, man. Absolutely fun series. Can't wait to watch it.
We'll show you how it's done, Florida State.
What did you say? Say it again.
I said, we'll show you how it's done, Florida State.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah, Alan, you should know this. Swain continues from afar to pick on Florida State after what happened last year in the World Series. There was a whole check swing situation, which you might have noticed late in that baseball game, and Tennessee went on to win a national title while Florida State athletics have not had the same kind of success. Football
don't make me
apart.
have to be a bully, okay? They're the ones that are trying to take away our championship away from us, trying to make it about one call as if we're not a better team. We are what is the better team, okay? We're the better team.
Oh, yeah. Look, absolutely. And I'll tell you this. Look, anybody out there betting, anytime that there's a title on the line and you got Tennessee and Florida State going, go ahead and put it on the Vols, right? They put it on them in every sport. They've done it. I'll say this. Yeah, that check swing was fascinating. But you know what? Hey, man, that Tennessee team was ready to go. And all it took was one little break. And don't get me wrong, all season long, umpires, teams, whatever you name it, they're looking to find ways to make games even when Tennessee's blowing people out. So it's not often that Tennessee gets a call that go in their favor. Yeah, Florida State, they're going to find out. They're going to see big Liam Doyle up there on Friday night, man.
That's right.
Against the Gators.
That's right, AB. Let them know.
You didn't say anything incorrect, Alan Bell. You are often on the money. What can people do? How can they find you? Maybe you'll help them get some money as well with Driving the Line.
Yeah, man. Come find us, at Driving the Line on YouTube. We have a daily betting show, 10 a.m. Eastern. We have a ton of fun. Just talking ball, baseball, basketball, football, you name it. Breaking down NFL free agency going on right now. What the world are the Titans going to do? It's the number one overall pick. Yeah, man. Just having fun. Come check us out. Think you'll enjoy it.
At Driving the Line, go subscribe and check it out there on YouTube. Alan, appreciate the time. As always, enjoy the hoops there in Nashville, and we'll have a big tournament to talk about next week. Thanks so much, and talk to you again soon.
Can't wait, gentlemen. Yeah, have a good one, man. Take care.
Alan Bell joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
Duke's up 3.
Yeah, no problem today. They'll be fine without Cooper Flagg. The big question is, how long will they be without Cooper Flagg?
Ole Miss up
11-6. Ole Miss up on Arkansas early in the SEC tournament.
Brakefield, you better have a career high today. That's all I know.
Picking on FSU.
What are you talking about? Picking on them.
Florida State's kind of like Tennessee's cousin.
How many times did Tennessee play Florida State last year in the postseason?
In baseball?
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Okay, what happened to both of them?
Florida State came up short both times.
Okay, so, I don't like how Florida State fans are trying to make it seem like that Tennessee wasn't better than them and that it was one call that separated them from winning and losing. No, we did more than just that one call. So at first it was cute, but it's March, and I'm still seeing stuff. about that check swing.
They still bring it up?
Yeah. So.
Well, they're not exactly going to bring up football, are they?
I'm going to keep rubbing it in. I'm going to keep saying stuff then if they won't let it go.
They probably don't want to talk hoops.
They dang sure don't want to talk hoops. We beat them in women's basketball. But no, they don't want to talk men's basketball.
Right.
They're out of that conference tournament. And the conference tournament's just started. So.
They were out before Tennessee began.
Yeah.
Conference tournament play.
Y'all want to play football? You know what happened last time. Some of us may not remember, but it happened. You can look it up.
It's been a few years.
You can look it up.
The memories last forever.
That's
We'll
right.
continue. Our show will last until 3 o'clock. You can join us at 865-656-9900. We'll monitor the basketball that is taking place this afternoon. We'll talk more football on the field as well right here on Josh and Swain.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Hey, Josh, Ted Russell Ford is where my family has shopped several times. The vehicles my wife and I drive each day came from Ted Russell Ford. If you were looking for a vehicle, a Ford car, truck, SUV, shop right now with the St. Patrick's Day weekend sale at Ted Russell Ford. Take advantage. They're celebrating Truck Month. And St. Patrick's Day, huge savings available right now. Create great opportunities on 2024 and 2025 models that they have in stock right now. You can save, find low interest rates that are available, and they are highly motivated over these next few days to move a bunch of vehicles off the lot. Opportunity for you. If you're looking for a truck, they have many different combinations available for whatever you need. If you were interested in upgrading your truck, see how Ted Russell Ford can help you. Same with their electric vehicle options, including the Ford F-150 Lightning. And every time you stop by, making sure you're taken care of as a customer, that the experience is what you expect is what you get. Stop by Parkside Drive by Kingston Pike or start online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Knoxville, the days are warming up, but why wait for summer? Jumpstart your sunshine season with a nonstop flight to Sarasota, Florida. In just a couple of hours, you'll be soaking up the sun, dipping your toes in the water, and feeling that warm ocean breeze. The perfect getaway is closer than ever here at McGee-Tyson Airport. For more information on flight schedule and tickets, visit flyknoxville.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium fountain drink, or a Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent fountain drink, or even Casey's limited time Italian deli sliders and a 49-cent fountain drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us.
My goodness. How you going to have a split screen and all 4 of the games in commercial?
So the next move that needs to be made in the wonderful world that is the multi-screen, multi-view screen, because I want to take a moment to recognize how special it is that we can just pop on 4 games on one television. Let's not take it for granted.
I'm complaining as we come back from commercial, but go ahead.
But a little technology that automatically shifts from one game to another, red zone style, but where the multi-screen can shift from one game to another and then back to your originally chosen game when it returns.
Yeah, I don't think the businesses would like that.
Well, I understand. But you're watching on mute anyway because you can only have volume on one channel.
Yeah, but still, I'm not the person who, I like the commercials because there's stuff that I like to know about that's going on. I like to know about deals and products and things that I might need. I'm ready for the those hair extension commercials. I might have to get some of those, man. I've always wanted some dreads, so I need to keep my eyes out.
I would like to hang out with dreaded Swain.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So
I didn't see the product, but I was interested in the snack product that just ran across the screen right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Ole Miss is up 20-16 on Arkansas.
What's Brakefield doing?
Hit the box score.
You better have 50% of the points. Or we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem, Josh.
He's 2 for 2. 4 points, 2 rebounds. They're -5 with him in the game. Very short sample size. 10 minutes to go in the first half. The story of the day has turned into Cooper Flagg's ankle injury, apparent ankle injury that he suffered. Duke has charged back. They're up 38-31. They were down big early. They're obviously better than Georgia Tech. But Cooper Flagg, his health status is a major question. As Alan Bell mentioned last segment, it's the favorite to win the national championship. They are locked in as the number 1 seed. Tennessee, over the last few weeks, has at times been projected to be in the same region as Duke, and they would square off in the Elite Eight if they both were to advance to that point. Playing without Cooper Flagg would make it more difficult to do so. They still have talent, but Cooper Flagg is the most talented player in the country.
Yeah, I mean, he opens the floor. We're talking about someone that can step out and shoot 3, can drive, can finish at the rim. He's an excellent passer. I mean, he just takes Duke's team to another level. I mean, and he's blocking shots. He's a rim protector. So.
Yeah, the only reason he's not starting for an NBA team right now is because he's ineligible to do so.
Correct. If he was able to go straight from high school to NBA, he would probably be flopping on some NBA team right now. He would be. They all flop, Josh.
He's getting an MRI as we speak.
I'm trying to throw shade, but saying the whole NBA flops.
Okay.
How about this? He would be making plays in the NBA. Is that better?
That is significantly better.
I'm sorry.
So
I don't want to be insensitive, but they all flop.
Okay. No, they do. You see some of these SGA clips from last night against the Celtics? He's fouling the other team, but he then flings his body and draws the call.
They all flop. So, but yeah, he would be a starter right now in the NBA for sure.
Yep. So we will continue to monitor. Ole Miss up 20-16, 17 free throws good for Arkansas. That'll be a good one, I think, this afternoon. Oregon in a tight battle against Indiana, 41-40 in the Big Ten. In the first half, Swain, Iowa State, they're now at the half, 53-49 on BYU. 53-49. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points, yeah.
A lot of points in the first half. A lot of good points coming up from Chris Lowe. ESPN.com covering college football. A big part of the documentary this past Monday night on the story of Chris Lofton. We'll talk to Chris thanks to Dead End Barbecue coming up next. We have 90 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
NBA games tonight at 7 o'clock. The Pistons host the Wizards. The Lakers visit the Bucks at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the Bulls host the Nets. The Magic visit the Pelicans. And the Warriors host the Kings at 10 o'clock. NHL tonight, 7 o'clock. Maple Leafs host the Panthers. Bruins visit the Senators. Flyers host the Lightning. Blues take on the Penguins. Blue Jackets host the Golden Knights. Devils host the Oilers at 7:30. 8 o'clock, Rangers visit the Wild. And at 10:30, Kings host the Capitals. Blackhawks visit the Sharks. For the first time in his career, NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers is officially a free agent. The highly anticipated move by the New York Jets to cut the longtime quarterback happened officially yesterday at about 4 o'clock. Rodgers is now permitted to sign with any team. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Need a home loan to buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams, but not sure what loan option is right for you? Alcoa 10 can help. Their lending team can assist you in finding the solution that best fits your needs. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. That means win or lose, every bet you place brings you closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code RADIODYW. Place your first bet of $1 or more for your chance to double your winnings on your next 10 bets. Open to new users in Tennessee who are 21 or older. Max bet of $25 for doubled winnings. Max additional winnings of $2,500 per bet. Profit boost tokens expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Here's another great reason to call Instaglass.
Okay, check this out. Ready? Ready? Here goes.
You got nothing.
He dribbles left, then backs in.
No, you got nothing.
Look out! He steps out.
Bring it.
Crosses over, drives right. He shoots.
No!
Score!
Oh man! Wow, that was impressive.
You better call Instaglass.
Instaglass can replace and fix glass instantly. In fact, they replace glass faster than anyone else in the business. Call Instaglass to fix windows and doors the same day. They can also fix moisture in your glass or fogged windows by repairing seal failures fast. So call Instaglass today at 865-567-4555 for the fastest, most reliable same-day glass fix. Call 567-4555. That's 567-4555 or visit instaglass.com. INSTIGLASS.com. Fixing glass instantly.
Do you want to do more like when you were younger and live longer on your terms? Then you need to call 865-498-3000 and set up your free consultation with Be the Younger You. Spring into a lighter and younger you with 20% off. Talk to one of their weight loss experts and start losing fast with Be the Younger You. Visit BeTheYoungerYou.com. Receive 20% off the month of March and get your life back. BeTheYoungerYou.com.
Results may vary.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Fraser's Carpet One. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, ceramic, or anything else for the floor, Fraser's Carpet One makes it easy. With free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping, Fraser's makes it easy. With no money down and free financing for an entire year, Fraser's makes it easy. And as a fourth-generation family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years unless you make it easy. So give us a call today at 546-4850 and let us come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping. Let us show you how easy it can be to transform one room or an entire home with beautiful, new, professionally installed flooring from Fraser's Carpet One.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk will help you get what you need right away. And with their pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, they'll help you get back on the job fast. Just visit them at the Pro Desk. We help, you save.
We stay mostly cloudy for the rest of your Friday afternoon. A high reaches near 72. Isolated raindrops can't be ruled out and some heavy downpours going into the evening hours. Overnight, it's mostly cloudy down to 47. For your Friday, a high of 79 degrees with peaks of sunshine. Winds will be increasing as we head into the afternoon. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Imagine indulging in a gooey chocolate cake with vanilla soft serve and warm chocolate fudge. For free, stop imagining. Join Buddy's Barbecue Email Club and get a free junior hot fudge cake. Add your number for a full-sized upgrade only at buddysbarbecue.com.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Quick update. We still don't know severity. Cooper Flagg has returned to the bench with his team. So that's potentially good news. He's not playing in the game. Malik Brown had to be stretchered out, according to reports, Swain, with the Duke Blue Devils. But we continue to monitor that with games going on. Ole Miss with a lead on Arkansas in the SEC tournament.
Georgia Tech got a player just got hit in the face and needs two people to walk him off the field, court. It should have been called a field because, my goodness, it's like football out there.
It seems like it, yep. Swain, not yet questioning toughness of some of the basketball players, but We'll continue
Not
to,
yet.
to
Too
wait
late.
to hear.
I've always questioned the toughness of basketball players.
Not that of Chris Lofton, though. Not that of Chris Lofton.
Absolutely not.
As we say hello to Chris Lowe of ESPN. He joins us every week thanks to Dead End Barbecue. They're on Sutherland Avenue. Check out the website. You can see the menu in advance, deadendbbq.com. They can cater for you as well. And Chris, you saw and heard from a lot on Monday with what was a well-done SEC story on Chris Lofton.
Yeah, it was great. I've said this so many times to you guys. Sean Silva and Don LaFleur, who, did the heavy lifting on putting that project together, deserve so much credit. We've been working on this thing for almost 2 years. I think the first interviews were conducted, I want to say in May of 23. And so you're talking about a project, and it's been done now for several months, but a lot of time, a lot of work went into it, traveled a lot of different places. And, Sean and Don had teamed up before, and I'd actually had a chance to work with them on the Voices project, the Steve Spurrier project. So they do excellent work. And their company based there in Nashville, Tackle Box Films. So I wasn't surprised it was as good as it was. I had seen it. I saw it probably a month ago or so. So it was a little anticlimactic Monday night, but I was not surprised with what the finished product was, because those guys are as good as it gets.
Did you get any resistance from your bosses at all, like any? And did they have to think about it once you went to them, when Chris Lofton came to you and wanted you to hold the story of him having cancer to the end of the season?
You're talking about the original story back in 2008, right?
Correct. Yeah, when you found out and you sat down with Chris Lofton and he wanted you to hold the story, and you said that you would, check, and it wasn't up to you, and ESPN was able to do that. How quickly did you get an answer for them? Was there any resistance about them holding it?
Well, first of all, that's been a long time ago. It's hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. I didn't say anything to anybody at ESPN. I didn't say anything to anybody. Even my wife was giving me the hard time the other night. She said, "You never told me." And so when I went over to meet with Chris and Bruce, Mike Hamilton was there. I think those were the only 3 people that were there, and Chris, 4.
Mm-hmm.
I had not said anything to ESPN or anybody. I knew it was cancer. I knew he had cancer. I had that from somebody that I trusted. Because initially, I'll be transparent. Initially, I was told that he did fail a drug test, but it was for supplements. Remember, he'd had an ankle injury. Was it earlier in that year, or maybe it was the year before? I can't remember. And he was out. He missed a couple games. And that maybe he had taken something or something. He'd taken something without knowing to try to recover more, a little quicker. And so I was sort of going down that road trying to find out what was happening. Everybody knew Chris wasn't Chris at the start of that senior season. He wasn't playing. And I was like, what's going on here? So as I said in the film, I started digging around and found it was cancer. And then when we talked to him, and Chris, you know Chris really well. Chris is not a big talker. And we talked for about 15 minutes in Bruce's office. And he went over all the scenarios and was really emotional. And I would have been too had I been in his shoes. And it really got to me. And I just came out of the meeting and I looked at Bruce and Mike Hamilton, and they're like, "What did you guys decide?" And I said, "Well, guys, I don't know." And I went, and so I thought about it for about a week, probably, and was torn. What I do here, I'd just been at ESPN for probably not even 6 months, I guess. And I went to my editor and said, "Hey, here's what's going on. This is what I know. I've already met with Chris Lofton. He's asked that I hold the story." And they're like, "Well, we're probably going to get beat on the story." And I'm like, "Yeah, I understand that. But he's promised that he'll sit down and give us an exclusive, and we can do the whole story the way he wants to tell it at the end of the season." And they're like, "Well, what would you write?" And I said, "Well, I guess if I wrote it right now, it'd just be sources told ESPN that Chris Lofton has cancer. And I didn't want to do that. I just felt like it was too big a story, and it was one of those deals where when you sat in there and talked to Chris, remember I'd covered Chris his entire career up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew him. And I didn't feel, again, as I said in the film, it just didn't feel right, man. I didn't feel right about it. And, I think my mom and my dad they didn't talk to me a whole lot about doing the right thing, but they did the right thing. And their example was, and made the decision, ESPN said, all right, that's what you want to do. We'll support you right now, but just know that if it gets out, we're probably going to have to follow up on it, which we would have. And, so I'm thankful. I'm grateful to my superiors. It wasn't like, you got to do this, you got to do that. But I think they felt pretty good about the way I had handled it at that point, and were willing to sort of go through the rest of the year and see how it played out. But it was unnerving. I mean, as I sat there, you had the whole SEC season, and I'm sitting there every game knowing what's going on, and you're at press conferences and people are asking Chris about it, and you're seeing stuff on TV, what's happened to Chris Lofton, and I just never wrote about it because I knew what was going on, but I just sat there and listened, and it was hard at times to hear some of the things being said on talk radio and other people in the media, and but it worked out the way it was supposed to do. I'm grateful it worked out the way it did. Mostly, I'm grateful that Chris was able to play that season, and it didn't become a distraction for his teammates or for him. I know he would have liked to have been healthier, but it didn't get out, and it got out the way he wanted it to get out. That was what was most important to me.
Chris Lowe is with us, ESPN, and if you haven't watched it, recommend you go back and do so with the SEC story that aired live on Monday night, this past Monday on the SEC Network, so you can find that where you stream SEC Storied. It's a great 60-minute documentary on Chris Lofton, his career at Tennessee, and his private battle against cancer, which Chris Lowe wrote about, reported on after Chris Lofton's senior season. Chris, with Tennessee's basketball team program right now, they went through senior day this past weekend. This is a group that's accomplished a lot. What do you think about the position they're in with the SEC tournament this weekend? The Vols will play either Texas or Texas A&M tomorrow, but, of course, there's also the big picture added on and what they're trying to do with the NCAA tournament starting next week.
Yeah, Josh, let me add one thing because I want to be very clear on this. I don't expect, nor did I expect then any pats on the back. I did what I thought was right, and I would have done it the same way. But to me, that's just part of what we do in our business. You make calls, we make decisions all the time in every business, and I never did, and I still don't. I've told people that. I think when you do the right thing, the way I was raised, you don't deserve a pat on the back. You're doing what was right, and I just want to be very clear on that. And I'm not saying a lot of other people wouldn't have done the same thing. So that just happened to be me. But no, I think Tennessee is a lot like the teams that they're bracketed with in Alabama, Florida. Those teams are all assured of a top 2 seed. And I saw where Joe Lenardi said that the team that goes the farthest among those three will probably get, potentially another number one, the 1 seed. I think Auburn's going to get a 1 seed. There's no way they're going to drop below 1 seed, nor should they. I think Tennessee will play well. I think they have enough veteran experience that they're going to go in there with the right frame of mind. I don't think Tennessee is equipped from a depth standpoint, and maybe I'll be proven wrong, to win 3 straight games on 3 straight days against the kind of competition they're going to be playing. And I don't know that that's all bad. I don't agree with the whole, let's play Zakai 28 minutes and let's play Chaz 28 minutes and let's give some other guys chances. If we win, we win. I think you go out and you play to win because you don't want to have that bad taste in your mouth. You don't want to play Zakai 40 minutes for 3 straight days. So you find a balance, but I think any competitor, and you guys know how competitive Rick Barnes is, Zakai Ziegler, and Mashack, you go into this thing and let's play our best basketball. Let's be smart. Have a little rest. They haven't played since Saturday. So they've had some time to sort of get their legs back under them. I think two main things, Josh, don't get anybody hurt, stay healthy, don't play somebody 39 minutes for 3 straight games. And I think number 2, play hard, play smart, have some good momentum as you come out of this tournament and feel like you went in trying to win and focus, because now, after this tournament, you're one and done.
When you mentioned not getting hurt, Duke, Georgia Tech playing, Cooper Flagg gets hurt, and he's out for the rest of the game. Now Duke is going to win. Looks like they're up by 11, but you don't want to put your best player at risk of getting hurt, but sometimes you can't help it.
Yep, you're right, Swain. And you played football at the highest level. Injuries happen, and I think a lot of times you tell me when you're playing not to get hurt is when you might get hurt, and so a lot of it's just bad or dumb luck sometimes. And I think it's I feel horrible. I hope it's not really bad, but the committee has made it pretty clear that if you go into the tournament, as they're seeding the tournament, and you lose a key player, certainly a player of Cooper Flagg's stature, that will affect your seeding. And I hope he can play. First of all, he can play because as a hoops junkie, man, you want to see a kid like that play in a tournament. But if he can't play for some reason, or he's out, he's one of the best 2 or 3 players in the country. I would have to think that could potentially open up another spot for an SEC team as a number 1 seed. Again, I hope I'm way wrong on that, but that is a criteria, one of the criteria that the committee has said for a long time, that they will evaluate you on what your roster looks like going into the tournament, meaning if you lose somebody. Remember the year John Higgins got ruled ineligible right before the tournament? What year was that? That was – it might have been Slay's last year.
It was.
And I think in talking to Buzz Peterson, he had talked to some of the committee after that, and they said that was a factor in their decision because Tennessee was going to be without one of its top guards.
Yeah, he'd switched majors, had loaded up on math class, and it was too much at that time, if I remember the story
it was like
correctly.
A fluky thing where he didn't pass enough credit hours that semester. But
yeah,
I hope Cooper's okay. But I think Tennessee's in good shape. 1-2 seed. The thing I like best about Tennessee is I know they're going to play defense and they're going to make it hard on people to score. They're going to be playing teams that haven't played, teams that haven't seen, in most cases, the level of defense that Tennessee plays, the way they make everything hard and contest everything. The depth thing is probably, if you ask the flip side of that, what if the guy gets in foul trouble? What if Aquara gets in foul trouble? Especially the big guys. They just don't have any depth there in the interior. They need those guys to stay out of foul trouble. Because when you're having to win 4 games to get to the Final Four, foul trouble lots of times can be the thing that sinks you quicker than anything.
Chris Lowe, ESPN.com, covering the world of college football right now. College hoops, a big focus. And every week we talk to him thanks to Dead End Barbecue online, deadendbbq.com. Chris, we know you love Dead End Barbecue. We know that Swain has a table that stays reserved for him just in case he stops by and needs it. And I hope Chris Lofton doesn't mind me using his name and image here, but I think he's a pretty big Dead End Barbecue fan.
That's right.
He's huge. Lofton's a huge fan. In fact, I sent a picture. I was eating in Dead End with the illustrious Steve Early and George Ewart the other day. I sent a picture, and Chris was like, he was envious that he wasn't there. No, Chris Lofton's. And the thing about Chris, too, is when you go there with him and have lunch, Josh, Chris will pick up the tab every once in a while. Swain never does.
What tab?
Yeah, you're talking 2 different languages there, Chris Lowe.
He loses his wallet. Or it's like when he used to go across the middle sometimes and he'd get alligator arms.
Yeah.
The big safety was bearing down on him. He's the same
now
way
we
when
know
the check
that's
comes to the
not
table.
right. Now we know that's not right, Chris. Number one,
Swain,
my phone is my wallet.
I gotta I gave you a hard time, man.
Yeah, when the bill comes to Swain, he just points to his picture on the wall there and says that should cover it right there. That should cover right there. DeadEndBBQ.com. Get all the catering information you need. Planning your next event. DeadEndBBQ.com. Hey, Chris, really appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much, and we will talk to you again soon.
Okay, guys, headed to Nashville as we speak.
There you go. SEC tournament coverage coming up as they're underway right now. It is 42-29. Beating the Brakefield off of Arkansas. Is that what's happening? We'll come back. One more segment to go in this hour. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Shh. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
At the YMCA of East Tennessee, your membership comes with so much more than just access to the gym. Group classes like yoga, body pump, Zumba, Pilates, Ultimate Fit, and water aerobics are all included. Need childcare while you work out? No problem. Whether you're an elite athlete training for the Knoxville Marathon or stepping into the gym for the very first time, yes, we'll even help you turn on the treadmill. You'll find all the support you need at the Y. 5 locations in Knoxville, unlimited possibilities. Join the Y today at ymcaknoxville.org, the YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive Tuck Fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Tempur-Pedic for only $19 a month with free local delivery and $300 in free accessories. Come see us at one of our convenient locations or go to bedstore.com today.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
We're here for the final segment of hour number 2. A lot to keep up with midday basketball, Jason Swain. We are a week away, less than at this point, from the start of the NCAA tournament first round next Thursday, Friday. Tennessee will open up SEC tournament play tomorrow. Ole Miss leads Arkansas at halftime 42-34.
It's pretty cool how Tennessee basketball media team making it seem like Rick Barnes has made more than one shot.
Rifle Rick?
Yeah, man. That's pretty good editing right there. Because, I mean, it looks like he made 3 switches in a row. And then the fourth make barely touches the rim. Fifth make barely touches the rim. That's pretty cool editing right there.
Well, hold on. So today you've hated on Zakai, and now you're hating on Rick?
Oh, man.
Is that what's happening?
I just said Chaz is the best player on the team. We all know that.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. I ain't say he's most important. But Chaz is the best, which is why the offenses ran through him and they tried to get him to shoot it, and they paid him that money. Don't even try it, Josh.
Any other issues you want to lay out? You have something to say about Dylan Sampson's records he set this past year?
No.
Peyton? I mean, who else we got?
No, sir. No, I'm just here to speak a little truth. That's all.
Okay.
Is Zakai better than Chaz? Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to pin teammates against each other? You media people, man. Golly, man. You media people trying to get teammates battling right before the biggest time of the year. Josh Ward, you media people, man.
20 seconds to go in the hour.
Is that what you learned?
Do you remember 05, the Team Clausen, Team Ainge T-shirts that got printed? Do you remember those?
No. I didn't know those existed.
Yeah, that's
probably a good thing I didn't know.
That's pre-Twitter. Good thing.
Wow. That'll be interesting. Wow. Did not know about that. You never told me that.
Well, it's been a while now. 20 years.
Dude, we've been working together 3 years. You ain't told me that. No clue that happened.
We worked together for one more hour today. Hour number 3 coming up next here on Josh and Swain.
Hey guys, Trevor Bain here. When I'm on the racetrack, I always look for ways to go further, faster. And when it comes to banking, I need a checking account that does the same. Rewards checking from Southeast Bank pays me cash back with every debit card purchase over $10, gets me ACH deposits up to 3 days early, and has no monthly service fees. Taking my wallet the extra mile. Rewards checking from Southeast Bank. Checking that takes you further. Visit southeastbank.com or visit your nearest branch to open an account today.
Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
Knoxville's premier fitness destination is Covenant Health Fitness Center, formerly known as Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. There's 85 group fitness classes each week offering everything from yoga, bar, and Pilates to boot camp and endurance spin classes. You would have to spend hundreds of dollars and run all over town to do all of those workouts, or you can do them all at Covenant Health Fitness Center. Their classes cover the spectrum, plus they've got the indoor heated pool that's open all year round, indoor tennis, pickleball, basketball, and racquetball courts, plus amenities like a sauna and a whirlpool in both of the locker rooms. And I haven't even mentioned the weight room yet. They have everything from free weights to state-of-the-art machines and cardio equipment. 2025 is the year you make your health your number one priority at Covenant Health Fitness Center. All memberships are month to month and there's no long-term commitment, and childcare is included with the family membership. Try it for free and see if you like it. Call 531-5000 or visit covenanthealth.com/fitness-center.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SPEED to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SPEED for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SPEED for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
This month, Smoky Cigars is featuring General and Forged cigars and highlighting Alec Bradley cigars. The cigar of the month is the Alec Bradley Magic Toast. Buy 3, get 1 free. And all boxes from these great manufacturers 20% off. Only at Smoky's, Knoxville Cigar Store.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Enjoy up to 70% off premium products, designer handbags, gift cards from national chains, autographed sports memorabilia, cruises, hotel accommodations, and more. SweetDeals.com. Click Premium.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Touchdown! Streaming worldwide at 991thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. Yes! We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sportsman. It's sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Celtics last night, reiterating the statement they've made all year. We are the team to beat. They don't have the best records. That's actually Cleveland. But they do likely have the MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They have matchup nightmares all over the court. Feels weird when you have a new team on top. But right now, the Thunder should be the team everyone is watching. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Zero Res carpet cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Welcome into hour number 3 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We have an hour to go on today's show, continuing to follow college basketball around the country today in Nashville, covering what's happening in the SEC tournament and Tennessee getting ready to play tomorrow against the winner of Texas and Texas A&M. We say hello to the Sports Animal's own Vince Farrar. Vince, we appreciate the time. How are things there in Nashville? Kind of set the scene for what it's looked like today with Tennessee working out, getting ready for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, warm for an SEC tournament, that's first of all. But, yeah, you could tell that there are fan bases from all the different fans, certainly Kentucky and Tennessee, as usual, at the top in terms of the color. So, yeah, Bridgestone is a terrific venue. They got it so well set up for the media. There's plenty of rows there, courtside, and, just really good views from all over the arena. It's very well done, and Loved the way the first day laid out because there were all games that had something on the line in terms of the NCAA tournament, whether it's seeding, whether it's just getting in. So that made it for a more enjoyable first day. But you can definitely tell there's a big event in town. So headed into the arena here to catch game one today.
Vince, what was the message? I know Justin Gainey spoke to the media earlier today, and the team getting ready for tomorrow's game, not knowing the opponent, Texas or Texas A&M, but the message and what you heard getting ready for Tennessee's first game tomorrow.
Yeah, I think confidence in his guys. You know, they've played both teams and they won at both of those two teams. So the scout really had been taken care of, and then they adjusted from when the last time Tennessee played them. And then you'll see the assistant coaches, they're courtside, sitting with us today and watching and making sure there's not any new wrinkles that both of those two teams have. So that was it. Taking care of the business, being normal in their approach, but confident. And, you know, as was the case when Rick Barnes talked as well, and the players prior to, rebounding is when they do get around to play, whether it's Texas or Texas A&M, especially A&M, they got to rebound because this team is not an elite enough shooting team to get out rebounded. And certainly that's been a point of emphasis, but you know, the coaches say it's always a point of emphasis. We'll see what they bring to the table, but that was the big overriding thing. I watched them. They had an open practice, watched them some today also. You know, just looked like a standard practice for them. It was at Belmont. They kept yo-yoing the venue. It was at Belmont, then they moved it to Vanderbilt, and then they switched it back to Belmont. I don't know if that was the SEC or what, rearranging those practice spots, but so it was a smaller gym than we're used to. It was kind of weird, but still, as far as what they did, it was pretty standard approach, and I think that was kind of the overriding message I took from Coach Gainey today.
Coach Gainey's school, where he played, was looking for a new head coach. What was your biggest takeaway when he was asked about that vacancy?
Yeah, I think he handled it like normal, like a pro. So he's focused on Tennessee, and I didn't read between the lines, Jason, that it meant things. Certainly, you know, he holds his school in high regard, but he holds the University of Tennessee in high regard also. So I didn't take it, you know, too negative or too much of an alarm. Although definitely it's something to keep an eye on after the season.
Vince Ferrara in Nashville covering the SEC tournament. Any other thoughts on what you've seen from Tennessee in the last couple of weeks, the final stretch of the regular season, that you'll be paying attention to as they carry over into postseason play now?
Yeah, I think it's their resiliency. You know, yes, they had the loss to Ole Miss, but because they have been in some difficult situations, to me, having that resiliency to just figure it out, I think bodes well for postseason. And even if it doesn't mean a long run in the SEC tournament, I think it can help them and lead to that in the NCAA tournament as well. So this is a different dynamic, but I do like the resiliency that they have shown here late in the season with some adversity.
Vince, anything else to add as you get ready to watch today's action ahead of Tennessee tomorrow against either Texas or Texas A&M?
Yeah, our coverage brought to you by King Cleaners, offering something the others don't. And that's next day service. Josh Semple, State Farm, your local hometown team right here in Big Orange Country. Visit sfagentjosh.com today. Tennessee Athletics, get your tickets for the UT Orange and White Spring football game now at allballs.com. And accommodations, fantastic accommodation in a really upscale area, Hilton, Nashville, Green Hills. They go inside to the Hearth Restaurant and Bar, enjoy their new happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Central Time. Outstanding hotel, and hope everybody will support our great sponsors that help make the coverage possible.
Yep, appreciate them. And Vince, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of the afternoon, and we'll check in again tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
Thanks, Vince. Vince Ferrara in Nashville, of course, a part of the morning show with John Wilkerson from 6 to 9 Eastern Time. Tennessee tomorrow, second game against Texas or Texas A&M. Do you prefer one of those teams? You prefer Texas just because over the course of the year haven't been as good?
I don't care. Yeah, it don't matter to me. I mean, Tennessee, A&M is not as scary as they were a couple years ago when Tennessee lost to them. They can't shoot the ball, Josh. Like
they can't.
That's the only way you're gonna beat Tennessee is, by a 3-point line. I know we did lose Ole Miss, and Ole Miss didn't necessarily light the world on fire from 3. But you look at the 2 games versus Kentucky. You look at the loss away from home against Florida, the loss against Auburn. I mean, the 3-point shot is what beat us at the end there. A&M just can't shoot it, and so in Texas they just don't have enough firepower outside of Trey Johnson. So I'm not afraid of any other teams, honestly.
Yeah, Texas is kind of like Tennessee in terms of what they want to do. They're just worse at it.
Correct.
That's advantage Tennessee.
100%.
But if it's Tennessee, Texas, you get that UT versus UT matchup. You get Orange versus Orange.
No, you get UT versus Tex.
Oh.
UT versus Tex. Then you get Orange versus Brown. Like baby boo-boo Brown.
It's 46-39, Ole Miss leading Arkansas early in the second half. They're 2 minutes into the second half in that game.
Arkansas coming back.
Ole Miss driving, turnaround in the lane, no good.
Is that Brightfield that missed that?
I don't think so.
That better not be him. He better make every shot.
Jonas Adu leading Arkansas with 8 points. He had a double-double yesterday.
Man, yeah, he's been their most consistent player.
Yeah, he has played better for them for sure.
Like an all SEC type of player, huh?
Mm-hmm. We did have the text yesterday. He misses Zakai. That point is right. Those guards, they're looking to score. They're looking to shoot.
Yeah,
that's what they were doing in Knoxville for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
When he was playing in that game. So Duke has gone on to defeat Georgia Tech 78-70. We will wait to see and hear what the latest is with Cooper Flagg, who exited with an apparent ankle injury during the first half, was wheeled off at one point, and did return to the bench in the second half, not to play, but to be there with his teammates. So we'll see what happens there. Good one going on in the Big 12 quarterfinal. BYU leads Iowa State 78-75. When you watch the selection show on Sunday, watch to see where BYU lands. You'd rather see BYU in a different region. I say that partly because I think they probably moved up to where you wouldn't see them until later, but
they're good.
They're good. I wouldn't want to play BYU.
Ole Miss, they got 46 points.
Mm-hmm.
Brakefield.
So yeah,
4
points. Well, if you think about it, in the first half against Tennessee, he had none. He had 19 in the second half. You probably didn't want to think about that part, though. But
2 for 2. 4 points.
Man, that's a scrum. They're fighting. Arkansas's fighting. I think they'll go to the free throw line. 46-39, Ole Miss against Arkansas. Don't you like that these games are more competitive and appear to mean more? I say appear because we'll see on Sunday how much effect these games might have.
Yeah,
but,
100%.
I mean, these feel like big-time games in the SEC tournament, and that just hasn't been the case. It adds to what the league has been, I think, that these Wednesday and Thursday games feel like a big deal.
Man, when you're competing, you're trying to win. Simple as that. There's only one speed. If you're a player, we understand the 4 teams and what they're playing for at the end of the season. They have the double buys. 3 teams have opportunity to be number 1 seed, but the most important tournament is around the corner. So that's just the thing, man. That's something you can't really deny. So you have kind of 2 forces working against each other. Understanding that it's more important next week, but also wanting to win every game you play.
46-40, Ole Miss up on Arkansas. There's also Chris Beard's speculation. Could he be a major player for that Indiana job?
It's real quiet. It's real quiet for a reason. So that's a big-time job.
We'll come back here on Josh and Swain. You can join us, call or text at 865-656-9900. Action-packed afternoon. We'll get back to Tennessee football. You want to hear what Sam Pendleton had to say. New offensive lineman, projected as a starter at right guard, option at center as well, and he plans to protect Nico. He will explain that when we come back. We're with you for 45 minutes on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle, 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Quiet down, here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This isn't your grandparents' YMCA. Sure, you might have learned to swim at the Y or spend summers at camp, but when was the last time you experienced the Y? Today's YMCA of East Tennessee is packed with everything you need to crush your fitness goals. From top-of-the-line workout equipment to pickleball courts, platforms for heavy lifting, certified personal trainers, and high-energy body pump classes. There's a place for you at the Y. Rediscover the YMCA of East Tennessee. 5 locations, endless possibilities. Visit YMCAKnoxville.org to join today. The YMCA of East Tennessee, where fitness meets community.
Great property management makes property owners happy. And boy, does NAI Cola RM Moore excel at property management. They manage over 4,750,000 square feet of property, from office, retail, industrial, multifamily, even residential properties. Keeping tenants happy maximizes long-term occupancy, and lower operational costs result from NAI vendor discounts and on staff maintenance services. Call NAI Cola RM Moore at 865-531-6400.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Life Force Energy Giving Kinesis, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive Tuck Fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Kinesis for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the Sports Animal, always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Swain's trying to mute the TV on the other side of the room here. We got the Zen. There's some baby seals just hanging out in the water. We appreciate you being with us. They're charging back here, Swain, against Ole Miss.
They trying to.
So yesterday, Arkansas blew a huge lead. They gave up a big run to South Carolina. I think they're on a 17-4 run until a 3 was just good for Ole Miss. So it's 49-44. Ole Miss leading Arkansas in the second round of the SEC tournament. 15 minutes to go in the game. A lot of basketball to be played.
That'll be a 17-7 run, right?
17-4 at a 3. Carry the eye. Yep, that's right. 17-7 is the current run.
Arkansas, give them credit, man. They're fighting, battling. They just played yesterday. I mean, that's what makes conference play so difficult is because NCAA tournament, you got at least a couple of days of rest. Conference tournament, you have less than 24 hours of rest.
Yep, it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and people can mention AAU all day long, but these dudes didn't play AAU. If they're juniors, 3 years ago they played AAU. So it doesn't matter if they play AAU a couple years ago. They ain't play AAU now. So they're not used to doing it every single night or playing multiple games in a day. So this is an adjustment for everybody.
Arkansas with the basketball. We'll keep you updated. 49-44, Ole Miss leading in that one. And Tennessee football continuing with spring practice. They're 20% of the way done. This will move quickly. And yesterday, some offensive players met with the media, including Sam Pendleton. He was one of the key transfer pickups. He's an offensive lineman from Notre Dame. He is working at right guard. I think right now projects to be the starting right guard. He could be an option at center. Tennessee fans will appreciate this. I know some have seen the video of him online. But talking about his approach, his mindset out there on the field, this is Tennessee offensive lineman Sam Pendleton.
I think one thing I will say is that I care about my guys. You know, I have a real issue with people touching my quarterback, running back, stuff like that. Like, if you're in the backfield, you're my family. Especially if you're on my line, you're even more my family. You know, that's kind of my mindset when I walk on the field. That's kind of how I play the game. I'm blocking to protect the man beside me and the man behind me, not for personal growth. Because you keep everybody healthy, win ball games.
It's Tennessee interior offensive lineman Sam Pendleton.
I mean, that's like the perfect way to think about it as offensive lineman. I mean, you got to protect those dudes in the backfield. That's your job. Don't get me wrong, but like, it means more when you make it personal. You think about them as family. Doing your job is one thing. Protecting people, that's another thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I mean, when I saw him, I was like, when do we get a new assistant coach?
He looks like a coach up there, doesn't
he? Yeah, man. He looked like somebody's stepdaddy out there. Man. He's looking grown.
Had the glasses, mustache.
Yeah.
And big fella.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait to see him play.
I think fans are excited about Pendleton and how he can help as a transfer. I am very confident fans are excited to see what David Sanders Jr. can do. He is a freshman. He is talented. He has the physical makeup, would you say, to play on the offensive line in the SEC?
He got the physical makeup to play in the NFL.
That he does. This is what Sam Pendleton said. He's there on the right side of the offensive line where David Sanders Jr. has worked at right tackle, but Pendleton talking about David Sanders.
Me and Dave played a lot together in the past couple of practices. He played right guard, right tackle, played right guard. You know, from similar areas. He's from Charlotte. And I'm from Winston. So I heard about him, obviously, when I got to college. You know, you kind of keep up with what's going on. He's a ball player, man. He's twitchy. He's 5-star for a reason. You know, guys get that much twitch, that much height, that much God-given athleticism. You know, he's definitely going to be someone special when he puts some weight on. He's definitely one of those guys who understands the game more than most freshmen do. I'm really excited to see what he grows up into.
That's Sam Pendleton, a transfer from Notre Dame. Played on a good offensive line there, with high praise for David Sanders Jr., who I think will be the starting right tackle this season.
Yeah, I just think it's great that and listen, you have to do this. You can't let a dude come in and get first team reps.
Right.
in this first spring, but
his first fall camp he can.
At some point, if you in that spot right now, you're in there for a reason, and you better hold on to it because David Sanders Jr. is coming.
Well, and I know most guys now come in the spring, but it's good for him that he's here because he's already added some weight, and I'm sure plans to add more between now and August, and that was a big part of the goal. That gives him the chance to do that. While he already has the athleticism, the talent, he can learn along the way as well. So unless he gets injured, I'd be stunned if he's not the starter week 1.
Yeah, and when you have someone that talented and that young, you gotta manage them. Mentally, emotionally, physically. It's one of the responsibilities you have when you get a player of his caliber.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's going to be at his peak of what he will be in a few years. He'll still be a freshman at right tackle, but he's unlike most freshmen.
Correct. Yeah, so you got to manage him the right way. You have to have a plan in place with a guy like him. Tackle, quarterback, other positions, hey, man, if he's good, he play early, cool, throw him out there. We saw Boo Carter, what he was able to do as a true freshman, but there was some management with him, making sure that mentally and emotionally he was in a good place to get more and more reps and more of a bigger role. So we'll monitor him and kind of see when he takes over. He's going to take over. It's just when.
Boo Carter, very talkative when he comes over to join the wide receivers. No surprise there. Nico said that. But Nico also added, it's not a very talkative wide receiver group.
What did I tell you the other day? We talked about it, Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to lead, though.
Right.
And every position group, you got to have a leader. And that's going to be just something to see how it develops and how it will work when everyone is looking at each other and not saying anything.
Right. Nico said that he's challenged Chris Brazel as the older guy in the group. He's easily the oldest. He's a fourth-year guy. Everybody else is second year or younger. But we'll see.
Just because you're older don't mean anything.
Right.
It's about what you do and how you play. So, I think Brazel will be the easiest answer just based on age. But, what are you doing on the practice field? Like how are you leading? You can't lead anybody if you ain't doing it. So just picking someone just because they're older don't mean anything.
Can I tell you about one of my new gear grinders in college basketball? Number one, I think, is missed front ends on 1-and-1s and free throws.
It's like a turnover.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I think another miss should be added to the box score. I'm not even joking when I say that.
Yeah.
You missed the first one, you have missed 2.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like there has been a dramatic increase on weak transition fouls when a player goes up for a layup or a dunk where the defender doesn't know what to do and ends up just kind of throwing his arms up at the guy as he goes in to score, and they get an easy and one because the defender is too soft in the foul and not aggressive enough in defending.
Well, the referee typically doesn't have the best angle because behind the play.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the defender is committing a foul, but doing so softly.
Oh, so you think he just knocked the hell out of him, huh? Is that what you're trying to say, John? Are you promoting violence? Is that what you're doing? Promoting a team to get a flagrant 2 foul and be disqualified? Is that what you're doing? Sounds like it.
If you're going to use the foul,
that
use
sounds like great
it.
Sportsmanship, Josh.
Well, if there's a basketball attached to the hands, and you see that basketball, you know what you can do is try to aggressively attack that basketball.
Well, I think that the defender,
these little arm taps.
But I think as a defender, you're trying to affect them and just not let them score. But at the same time, you
let them score.
You really not
before you give them the and
well,
one.
Maybe you're not fouling them.
Well,
and maybe the referee thinks you're fouling them because he has a poor angle.
But if you softly tap your hand up at them, they're going to call the foul. That's just how it works.
They should call a foul if you foul them. You should be allowed to contest shots. If you don't touch the person, don't call a foul. I think it's pretty simple.
Well,
I'm just saying. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I think it becomes difficult for the official when we don't get slow-mo in real time.
Well,
you see the defender go up. We're seeing
that's
too.
why that official needs to stay but home and work NIT games.
We're seeing too many.
You should have worked the first round.
What are you doing, fouls?
You can work the first round. You can't work the second round. This is varsity games. You can work this the JV round. We calling real fouls here, making real calls. This round, buddy.
Thank you to Brian. Brian said, my dad played college basketball in Ohio in the 60s. He always told me, you missed the front end of a 1-and-1, you got 2 attempts and 2 misses.
Yeah, facts.
I would vote for the rule change. Add a second miss in the box score. So what grinds Josh's gears? Jeff, in the text box, I talked to David Sanders Jr. at the last basketball game. He looks like he can carry another 30 pounds.
He's going to be a problem for opposing defensive linemen.
Dustin in the text box, I agree, Josh. So I'm going to screenshot that.
Oh, yeah.
Saving it.
You better frame that. I think there's like an app where you can screenshot a picture and like send it in, and they mail you like a frame.
I agree, Josh. I'm going to screenshot this. It's going to be my new header on my Twitter account.
Do it.
So Dustin he's in the running. He's a finalist for Texter of the Day.
Texter of the Day.
We'll come back. Hey, we appreciate all the interaction. 865-656-9900. An attaboy to hand out in our next segment. 30 minutes to go on today's show on Josh and Swain.
Now you can text the sports animal. Try it out. 865-656-9900. Text us. 865-656-9900. That's 865-656-9900 to text the sports animal.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, TennesseeHome.us.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
NBA games tonight at 7 o'clock. The Pistons host the Wizards. The Lakers visit the Bucks at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the Bulls host the Nets. The Magic visit the Pelicans. And the Warriors host the Kings at 10 o'clock. NHL tonight, 7 o'clock. Maple Leafs host the Panthers. Bruins visit the Senators. Flyers host the Lightning. Blues take on the Penguins. Blue Jackets host the Golden Knights. Devils host the Oilers at 7:30. 8 o'clock, Rangers visit the Wild. And at 10:30, Kings host the Capitals. Blackhawks visit the Sharks. For the first time in his career, NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers is officially a free agent. The highly anticipated move by the New York Jets to cut the longtime quarterback happened officially yesterday at about 4 o'clock. Rodgers is now permitted to sign with any team. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. That means win or lose, every bet you place brings you closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code RADIO-DYW. Place your first bet of $1 or more for your chance to double your winnings on your next 10 bets. Open to new users in Tennessee who are 21 or older. Max bet of $25 for doubled winnings. Max additional winnings of $2,500 per bet. Profit boost tokens expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text WORK, the number 4TP to 85,000 to apply.
Hey, it's Ange for Better Mattress. How about this deal going on right now? Instant rebates on your entire sleep system. That could be your mattress, adjustable bases, foundations, luxury toppers, saving you up to $1,200. And how about this on top of that? How about 12 months, 0% interest financing, or 48 months, 0% interest financing? You could pay as little as $63 a month with 48%, 0% financing. Instant rebates, Better Mattress.
Great property management makes property owners happy. And boy, does NAI Cola RM Moore excel at property management. They manage over 4,750,000 square feet of property, from office, retail, industrial, multifamily, even residential properties. Keeping tenants happy maximizes long-term occupancy, and lower operational costs result from NAI vendor discounts and on staff maintenance services. Call NAI Cola RM Moore at 865-531-6400.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
It's a mostly cloudy Thursday afternoon for us with isolated raindrops and a few sprinkles as we head into the overnight hours, a high of 72, down to 47 for Friday morning. Friday, a high of 79 with isolated raindrops, down to 62 for Saturday. Saturday, strong storms around at times, a high near 70. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Be with you until 3 o'clock. How about Arkansas? Razorbacks now taking charge. They're up 60-53 on Ole Miss. Ole Miss had a big lead.
I did right.
It was close. Arkansas has a 7-point lead. They're currently reviewing a foul.
For no reason.
Yeah, it's dumb. But that's the case. So at the very least, Arkansas is going to get a couple of free throws. Jonas Adu, 14.7 rebounds to lead Arkansas. 9.5 to go. Still a lot of basketball, as there was earlier, but Arkansas now leading Ole Miss by 7 in the second round of the NCAA tournament, of the SEC tournament.
Yeah, man, it's been cool sitting here rooting for Jonas. He was giving it to Breakfield. He had an and one on him.
Is that a little payback for the Vols?
No, I can't treat it as such. X-ray on Cooper Flag was negative, by the way.
Okay,
so he'll be all right.
Probably so.
Like I thought.
See if he gets the green flag for the NCAA tournament.
You know how those basketball players are, man. Carried off in a wheelchair, play next game.
A football player never would. I never see a football player sell an injury in the middle of play.
Dude, it's hard blocking field goals. It's hard blocking a guy trying to block a field goal.
Those trenches.
What are you talking about?
You don't even know what goes on there. How about this in the Big 12? BYU, they're about to finish off a win, it looks like, up 94-88, 16 seconds to go against Iowa State. BYU's good. BYU's really good. Week to go until the NCAA tournament as we continue with today's show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the interaction. Text box remains open at 865-656-9900. As right now, we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, local company that can do great work for you. NativeTN.com is their website. And Swain, today we hand out an Attaboy, say great job to Dennis Dodd. He spent 45 years in sports journalism and announced today after 27 years at CBS Sports that he is calling it a career. He's covered college football. He has been a guest on this station for many years. So Dennis Dodd, calling it a career. You can read his story at cbssports.com. He said, Jay School was right. Nobody likes an endless story. Everything has an expiration date.
45 years.
And how old is Dennis Dodd?
Attaboy to Dennis Dodd, for sure. But it's not a but. I was thinking about you. And when you retire, too, it's going to be like that, too.
That's tough.
Like, he got started early, just like you got started early.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because he doesn't look all that old.
No, he looks good.
45 years in the business? My goodness. That's a long time, man. Attaboy Dennis Dodd.
Yeah, 45 years in sports journalism. Dennis Dodd, 27 years at CBS Sports, calling it a career. He's recounting some of his favorite memories. He has covering the most attended football game in college history on his list, being there in Bristol for the battle at Bristol with Tennessee and Virginia Tech and the spectacle that it was.
Where's he? Is he headquartered in Memphis? Or is that somebody else I'm thinking about?
I don't know where Dennis is.
Whatever. Attaboy Dennis Dodd, man. That's a long time to be doing something at a high level. So I appreciate his columns. No one expects to agree with anyone all the time, but I always enjoyed his work. Good job.
He also says, I was almost clotheslined by the goalpost twice in the Tennessee field storming after the win over Bama in 2022. Some of his favorite memories covering college football.
Glad it was Swain too, and not 24.
Another one he shared, Another one he shared, Mike Leach once agreed to an off-season interview at his home in Key West after a walking tour of the town that lasted 8 hours.
Wow.
And included Hemingway's Cats, Captain Tony's Saloon, and many refreshments in the Florida heat. I got to my hotel room at midnight asking out loud, what just happened?
That's cool right there.
He's got a lot of great stories. He's written a lot of them that you've read. Dennis Dodd, we hand him an attaboy today announcing his retirement. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. For 20 years, they've transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. You can call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Man, Jonas giving them the business. Just another bucket.
16 points now for Jonas Adu. He's got a chance for another double-double here. He had one yesterday.
Yeah.
That would be 3 straight. He had one on Saturday against Mississippi State.
Playing with confidence right now. It's good for him. He's getting more minutes. Usually it's him or that big boy, 7'2" guy that always shoot threes.
Vicic.
How you say his name?
I think that's right.
That sounded close enough. Him. But Jonas is getting those minutes, making the best of them too. Again, Jonas was good when he was here with the media. Always cool with me.
Yeah.
Very respectful.
He was on stage postgame yesterday with Cal. He brought up a player. It was Jonas Adu. So Ron Slay and Jonas. Ron was always supportive of Jonas.
Yeah.
So they were sitting there together at the table.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. No ill will from me towards Jonas. You know, we had a conversation about him coming here and booing him, which that's what you're supposed to do.
I suggested a tribute video, but I was met with disagreement, and I backed down.
Yeah, man, it's not in the NBA. I mean, well, like you spent like a decade in one place, and you know they released you because they had to. Like, come on, man, just here a couple years. But yeah, you boom, that's part of it. But certainly appreciative of what he did here, and good person, good human, and anyone in his position would have transferred to.
I think you're right on that. How about this? Amy in the text box. Appreciate you, Amy. Dennis Dodd may look young, but you and Swain still look like you should be in college.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, let's go to the strip.
Feeling good.
Let's get it.
Feeling good. Thank you for that. Needed it. We'll come back.
Gus is good times. Let's go, man.
I do think I'm more likely to get retired than retire. You'll probably run me off here in the next year or two.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. BYU won. Oh.
We'll come back. Final segment of Josh and Swain coming up next. We'll wrap up thoughts from today's show, get you to Tyler and Will at 3 on the sports animal side, and finish up as well on AM 640, The Sports Monster.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill in Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. We're doing it again. If it'll drive, it's worth $5,500. Slipping, dripping, skipping, rocking, knocking, even wrecked with a bad Carfax. It don't matter. Drive it on the lot, and Ted Russell Nissan will give you $5,500 toward the purchase of any new in-stock Nissan. And on top of that, a lifetime warranty on Kingston Pike.
Life can be hard.
But your shower shouldn't be. Step inside the Aqua Clear soft water shower and wash away the worries with a sauna-like experience.
Aqua Clear, I love you.
Hey Knoxville, this is Chicago Mike from Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company, located at 4100 Asheville Highway in Knoxville. Guys, we got new hours coming up Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 11 to 6, and you guys wanted more hours, Sunday 11:30 a.m. to 3. We will be open, and we're calling that cruise days. If you have a cool car, truck, Jeep, bike, anything, bring it by, pop the hood, eat some great food, make some new friends. Coming soon, pizza ovens are here. We're going to be doing Chicago thin crust pizzas. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you stop by and see us. Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company. Friends, we also have the new outdoor patio seating for 45 people. Come see us. We do offer DoorDash, tons of coupons. Get your order in today.
Sweet Deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. This Friday morning at 9, go to 991thesportsanimal.com and get a sweet deal to Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company and get $50 for only $25.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan?
Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. In for a good final 7 minutes, I believe. Arkansas up 63-61 on Ole Miss. Some big-time back and forth. See, they're feeding Jonas in the paint. Basket's no good, but he's had a good game so far. Kick out on the offensive rebound.
Goodness
Clank
gracious.
on that three.
They might have to change the backboard on that shot. Whew. Chazanier wouldn't shoot like that, that's for sure.
No, he wouldn't.
Or Zakai.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a moment. It's not even exaggerating. It's difficult to keep up with all the awards and the honors that Tennessee players could potentially add, but it's a long list for Tennessee seniors. And we'll get to that in a moment. We talked to Vince Ferrara earlier in the hour. He's covering the SEC men's basketball tournament for us in Nashville, and we appreciate the sponsorship support to help make that happen. That includes Tennessee Athletics. The spring game is coming up April 12th. You can get your orange and white game tickets at allvols.com. Also appreciate the support of Josh Hemphill State Farm and King Cleaners, plus the Hilton Nashville Green Hills for hosting Vince as he's there in Nashville. More coverage this afternoon and tomorrow as Tennessee will play the second game of the day tomorrow against either Texas or Texas A&M. Those two teams will play after the Ole Miss-Arkansas game concludes. So Texas or Texas A&M, battle between two schools that aren't too fond of each other this afternoon. The winner will take on Rick Barnes and his Tennessee Volunteers tomorrow.
Since everybody has their awards named after them, I think we should create our own award, the Josh and Swain Award.
I would be up for that. Who or what type would it honor?
For the best teammate, you know.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, like last year, last couple of years is Uros.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh and Swain best teammate award went to Uros. This year, who would get that award? J.P. Estrella? He's a pretty good teammate.
He is a good teammate. Yeah, he's a good vote.
He's always there to provide the W's at the end of wins.
I was thinking this. He has locally, I guess, but I don't know that Jordan Gainey has gotten enough credit for what he's had to do as a teammate, stepping up in different roles. Like, think about it. We were jokingly having our debate earlier, Zakai or Chaz, who's the best player on the team. Think about Jordan's role. If Chaz were to go down, who would we say needs to step up? Jordan Gainey. If Zakai goes down or is out, who has to step up? Jordan Gainey. I don't know if that is in line as much with the Josh and Swain Best Teammate Award, but I'd nominate him for consideration.
I would accept that nomination, for sure. I would accept it for sure.
Some of the awards, as there have been first and second team honors in the SEC for both Chaz and Zakai, they split on those. Third team All-American honors from Sporting News. There will be more All-American teams coming out. So the Lute Olson National Player of the Year Award, Chaz and Zakai are both finalists for that. Jemai Mashak is a finalist for the Lefty Drizel Award for the Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So is Zakai. They're also up for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year.
So there's 2 different ones, huh?
Multiple Defensive Player of the Year honors.
All right.
Jemai got it from Field of 68, so a publication there.
So he has a chance to win it then. I thought there was only one award.
Lots of awards.
But there's multiple.
Trying to find one more. There's also the Nolan Richardson Player of the Year award. And then,
man, I love Mr. Nolan Richardson, but my goodness, how many different awards you gonna have?
Yep, that one is also a National Player of the Year award. So Zakai is a finalist on that one. And then Chaz is a finalist for the Riley Wallace Award, which is the nation's top transfer.
Hold on, give me a second.
So if you were sitting there thinking, I can't keep up with all these, that's kind of the point. They're up for so many awards.
Riley Wallace. Okay. I hope we win it. I hope somebody in Tennessee wins it.
So is that official, or are we going to make our final announcement tomorrow? Is J.P. Estrella the Josh and Swain Teammate of the Year award winner? We can do this for multiple sports. So the Tennessee basketball season on the men's side.
Yeah, I don't know who is more deserving.
Okay.
He's been awesome. Out for the year. I mean, his enthusiasm, his energy on the bench, it has been infectious.
Okay. He deserves it. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun, and we will do it again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We'll see you. We'll talk to you then right here on Josh and Swain.
Today,